Hello and welcome to Rime of the Frostmaiden here on Dork Tales. How's everybody doing tonight? This is Monday night. Hope you're feeling all right.
Yes.
All right. So hi everybody. I am Callie, the Dungeon Master here at Rime of the Frostmaiden, and pretty much universally on Dork Tales because I run way too many games. I use he and him, and I am incredibly excited to be here at episode 24 of Rime of the Frostmaiden. That is over almost a year. That's almost a year. We have 2 more games before we will have been playing for a long, like half a year. That's ridiculous.
Oh my God.
Yeah. That's cool. So yeah, this game is getting longer. So tonight, the characters are returning from the Black Cabin, where a couple of them died. They got better. And are headed down to meet... in the mines of Tourmaline to see if they can resurrect a friend of theirs with a diamond. But that's going to be tonight, and after that, they're going to head up, hopefully, to the island of Solstice, because whenever I name an episode, there's always a coin toss of if we'll actually hit that episode title. So we'll see how it goes. Ooh. And hello, thank you for the raid. So why don't we go ahead and introduce ourselves going through. Let's start with Robin.
Hello. Hi everyone, I'm Robin, and I'm playing Vistra Dankil, Mutant Wolf Barbarian.
Nice. Good to see you.
Oh, and I use she, they pronouns, and Vistra uses she, her.
Sounds good. All right. Katerina, you just picked up a point of determination.
Hey.
Hello. Speaking of you, hello, Mike.
Hey everyone, my name is Mike, and I use they, them pronouns, and tonight I am playing Katerina Firestring. She is our human bard, and she currently doesn't have a violin.
Oh yeah.
It got blown up.
Blowed up. I blew it up.
So
Whoops.
now she can't
Oh no.
play rock and roll while she's casting.
Rude.
All right. Hello, Christine.
Hello, I'm Christine. I go by she, her, and I am playing the most adorable, fantastically awesome Callie Thornhill. She is our halfling druid, and she is just fantastically cute.
That's true. And finally, from downtown, Hayden.
What's up, my boys? Hi guys, I'm Hayden Daviau. I'm playing Lysithian Callisto, the Moon Elf Wizard. I use they, them pronouns, and so does Lysithian, so it makes it easy for you.
It does. And Lysithian can actually be called a moon elf now.
I can say it now, and I'm not lying.
Oh, that's great. Also, hello, second raid. Good to see you too.
Hello, my God, Raiders.
Raiders, it's great to see everybody.
You came in at the perfect time. We're just getting started.
All right, right at the beginning, here we go. All right, Roll20's up for you to listen to music if you'd like. Hayden, I know you prefer to listen to your own music, so we're not going to need maps very much tonight, so do your thing, have God of War playing in your ears or whatever you need.
Yay, beach.
All right. And, all right, so with that reminder, everybody gets a point of inspiration at the start of game. You all, yeah, that's basically it. And just keep track of the determination that comes in. Okay.
I think everyone but Callie has one right now.
Oh, well, someone fix that. All right.
Not that I ever use it that often.
And thank you for the follows and subs.
Roll so hard.
And right before we begin, just a quick thing. If you like what we're doing tonight and you like Wizards of the Coast modules, tomorrow night we are starting the first episode of Candlekeep Mysteries here on Dork Tales. It'll also be posted on our YouTube within 48 hours, so come join us. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right, and with that...
Aw, thank you, Drizelta.
All right. So, and we're getting a third raid.
Another raid.
Oh my God! Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Hi. Okay. All right, we should
We're
start.
just getting started, so good timing.
There we go. All right. So, thank you so much for all the raids. Let us start our game. right. It came open again. I'm sorry. It just wants me to show off my manly chest. There we go. Okay, good. With the black cabin behind you, the members of Caveat Emptor headed south. Traveling on dog sled, pulled ever onward. You had quite the adventure. Met a god, died, got better, and now are cresting the western edge of the Lonely Wood, down toward the town that bears its name. Your dogs are happy, excited now that Oril's minions, the Cold Light Walkers, and those Mephits are defeated. They pull the sleds across the vast expanse of white, and as they do, the light from that device, from the star, begins to fade as night settles down on the land. But even now, as you're going, you can hear the sound of birds, awakened from their early hibernation, cawing overhead, circling and following you. Who has that magic device, the star, on them? The summer star.
Not me.
Vistra had it last. I
Vistra
was
had it
assuming Vistra has it.
last.
Vistra had it last. So Vistra, do you still have that?
Probably might want to give it to Lysithian maybe at some point during the travels, being like, "You're the
It's
magic
me.
user. You take it. Last time I touched it, everyone died.
Hot
So,
potato, not it.
It's yours."
Well, that's fair. I don't really think it's that big a deal now that you fixed it. But
Yeah,
yep,
but I don't
I'll-
trust myself.
Also,
Understandable.
every one of you, as you left the cabin, you felt a sense of peace. As you mounted onto the backs of your sleds and began riding, you felt the rays of dawn, even this late in the day, through the break in the cloud cover, kiss the sides of your cheeks. A bit of warmth that sent a shiver down your spine. Each of you has gained a permanent blessing. The blessing of the Morning Lord. Each of you
Aw.
gain 10 temporary hit points every day at dawn.
Ooh.
Temporary hit points, just a quick reminder, because not every game uses them. You lose them first and may not regain them through any means aside from means that grant you temporary hit points. If you have 2 sources of temporary hit points, they do not stack. You take the higher of the 2. Okay. Now, what you've surmised about this item is that the Summer Star can be used to cast Control Weather. Quite a powerful spell. This needs to go somewhere where it can do the most good. You have some thinking to do. Who deserves this the most? But that's a question for later. Now you have a mission. You're on the edge of Lonely Wood, hearing the sound of distant howls echoing across the tundra. But nothing comes. They give you a wide berth there as the rays begin to darken, as the sky begins to darken, as the sun begins its natural descent. It was just a pocket of light, but sometimes that's all it takes. Several hours later, as it is purely dark, you will find yourselves rolling in beneath Lonely Wood into the town of Tourmaline. Now, Tourmaline, as you've already been there, hugs Mare Dualden. And as you approach, you can see that there are not many people out in the streets. It's a lonely town. That being said, though, as you ride in, you can hear the sound of a bit of revelry coming from the Blue Clam, a dockside tavern. out front, smoking a long pipe, is one of the kobolds that you helped acclimatize into the town, trading around this long hash pipe with another human townsfolk. No, it's, look, what? It's Puff Puff Pass, on the left. The kobold holds his hands up and extends fingers. Left? Yes, like an L. That's your left. He then passes the pipe over to the right. Oh, whatever. Hey! The kobold yells and waves as you pass. Hey! Good see! Good see you!
Hello.
All right.
How are things going?
He launches into a complete giggle fit. He's not used to enjoying this type of halfling weed, and it is definitely kicking his ass.
Oh.
Not everyone can handle the halfling's leaf.
It's true.
It's true. We're just too tough for you lot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, you don't know me there, Callie. We haven't
Sounds
had
like you probably
opportunity.
can't handle it, can you?
Anyways.
Me fine. Good time. This is nice town, nice people. Lots work. Make many shinies. Shiny coppers.
Good. Very happy to hear that.
Trek's not so happy. Wings break, but he's okay. He now talk normal again.
Oh, good.
Thank you, Fix. How you fix? Hit head?
Hit head.
Yes.
In a
yes, he
sense,
did.
yes.
Hit head always works.
Gentle.
A good dunk.
Yeah, good dunk.
Yeah.
Good dunk.
Should we head towards the mines?
Mine's not open now. Mine's open late. Or mine's close early. No mines.
You done work, so you're enjoying the belief, and it's not going to be open until morning. That's what you're trying to say?
Yeah. That.
You've got to wait till morning, guys.
Who is in charge of the mines?
Well, that's
Begins giggling. The human will look over and say, I work in the mines too. You want to find Oris Matthew,
Or
the speaker. He's taken over the mines now and is organizing everything after the protests.
Perfect.
You know what
Okay,
Oris
cool.
is? He's still at Speaker's Hall right now.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Good to know. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Take care.
You too. Enjoy.
All right, let's try this again. Puff, puff, pass. You'll just hear giggling as you ride off.
I guess off to
Well, it
the...
seems like they've really fit in well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
And
glad
this
to
is
see they've
why-
integrated so well.
This is why we help people, so they can do that.
So they can puff, puff, pass, if you will.
Yes.
I figured they'd have some of that up here. It's not terribly far from the Blue Clam, riding down through toward Town Hall. Now, Town Hall, as you have been there before, is a large building. It's fairly unassuming, though. It's comfortable. And out front on the patio, you can see a lantern dangling, burning off a trace of whale oil. The front door is jiggling on its hinges, and you can see Oris Mastu, that large half-orc that he is, working as quickly as he can in his cold weather clothing on the hinges of his door. Inside, you can see light spilling out from just an oil stove. No one's burning wood this time of year. Well, this time of this cursed existence in Icewind Dale. He looks over and notices you as you arrive and says, Can I help you?
You need a hand with your hinges?
Is that Vistra?
Yeah.
I can't see shit in this cold. Come on over.
I'll cast light in my hand as we keep going, just to give us.
Hey, you're wizards, right?
I am.
Do you have mending?
No, I don't. Sorry.
Damn. All right. Actually, if one of you can hold this door for me, the damn thing keeps slipping. I had a bit of a disagreement yesterday with one of the foremen in the mine. He slipped and flew out the door and down the stairs. I don't know how it happened.
A shame.
well,
Going
things-
to insight check him.
Okay, go ahead.
I have some smith tools. I don't know if they would help put your doll back together.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. As you step forward, are you going up the stairs to meet him?
Mm-hmm.
Your foot is going to scrape against what feels like a rock on the stair, and as you glance down, you'll see it's a molar. He'll glance down, look at what you saw, and... Well, I mean, he fell, but I helped.
All sorts of disagreements.
That's what I thought.
Mm-hmm.
What sort of disagreement led to losing a tooth?
He was, Well, you remember Vistra, can you help me hammer this in?
Yeah.
I'll talk while I work. I don't want to let too much cold out. Basically, one of the foremen was in leagues with those crooked sentries we had.
Mm-hmm.
He was trying to stir up shit inside of the mines, and to be honest, I've just had too much of it. I invited him over for a drink, thought we'd talk about it, and he got a little bit, he tried lying about it. And then he tried threatening me. And I don't know, next thing I know, he's fallen down the stairs. I guess I just don't take threats as well as I used to.
I cannot say I blame you, so...
I think that before the four of you showed up, I was starting to get a little beaten down.
We're very uplifting.
I figure I'd rather face my enemies face to face than try to avoid conflict.
I get what you mean.
I mean, besides, the worst that'll happen is they'll string me up.
You're friends with Caveat Emptor. I think we can protect you if that happens.
I'm really hoping so. Because if that ever happens, I'm expecting you to come and do a dramatic rescue. Vistra, can you make me a are you proficient with the smith's tools?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and make me a roll. So you can go ahead and do that with proficiency and with bonus.
Okay. What bonus am I doing?
You're using, this is going to be, you know what, I'm going to say it's wisdom. It's going to be your wisdom mod because it's knowing how to do this correctly so that wind doesn't get in and cold doesn't get in. Dwarves
Pray
are
for
great at
this.
sealing entrances.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I just wanted to say real quick, out of character, quick, happy birthday tomorrow, Rose.
Happy
birthday!
birthday!
Okay, so anyway, back in, but I didn't want to let that pass. Okay. So
10?
10? Okay. All right, so as you lean up and start putting the door back on, he'll start hammering, and the door will just like slip out of your fingers and fall down. Maybe I didn't explain the concept right. I want the door on the hinges. Let's try this again.
Yes.
Okay,
It's
well,
been a bit since I fixed a door.
Well, fair.
I've been a hero lately.
All right. Yeah, well, be a hero to this door. Come on, one more time. That's much better on his sake. All right, give me a roll.
That's better. That's gonna be dirty 20.
Dirty 20? Dirty 20. All right, perfect. So after another minute or two of hammering, you'll be able to notch the door nice and sturdy so that it even latches again. Great. Come on inside. Let's get out of this damn cold. And he'll reach up and grab the lantern that's dangling from that hook outside.
Why don't we try not to have too many accidental slip and falls after, you don't have to keep putting it back on its hinges.
You know what? I think after that, there aren't going to be any more. The guards that were here realized they weren't wanted. They've headed over to Lonely Wood or down to Targus. Good riddance. The ones who stuck around are being a little better behaved. I can't stand people that abuse their power like that.
Throwing
Now,
their weight around.
tell me, I heard a story about a dragon made of metal.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
Tell me-
yeah.
Oh,
Essentially, I don't know if you heard anything about the Durgar attacks that have been going around, and the Durgar were making their way through the 10 towns, essentially, and causing all kinds of trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Their king, essentially, Zadrak, he had worked to create a giant dragon construct out of Chardalian.
Italian. What is that?
It is essentially a magic black crystal that can
The black metal.
corrupt the black metal. Yes,
Okay.
essentially, it is dangerous in a lot of ways, but also incredibly fascinating. It has very intense magical properties. Like you can imbue it with darker magic or light magic. It's very hard to explain.
Ice Bitch likes it a lot.
Ice
Yeah,
Bitch
it kind of
seems to-
makes you go insane a little bit.
Yes, it can cause mental instability.
I've heard that
Not
there's
kind
a
of-
lot of it around. Thankfully, we've never had any in our mines or anything. It's been mostly over to the east.
Yes, we've been finding it everywhere as we've been traveling around. But essentially, the dragon was made of charcoal, and it made quite a mess of many of the towns.
It did blow up very well, though.
It did.
Which
job.
town was just a smoking crater? I've forgotten.
That would be Dugan's Hole, which is literal now, but also so Dugan's Hole. and
Karadinival.
Yeah,
Caer
Kaer
Dineval is pretty messed up, and Good Meat is gone.
Yeah, 'cause
East-
there was two that were gone, and then two that got messed up.
Yeah, Caer Dineval is gone except for the keep. So three are basically gone. East Haven is half destroyed, and Caer Konig is mostly destroyed, but everybody survived, give or take. So that's pretty great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so Callie will kind of like mention that.
That's unfortunate. If hey, we'll tell you what, supplies are pretty scarce up here, but if you're down in Bryn Shander with all of them refugees that are down there, if any of them are hardy and want to work for food, we did just lose a bunch of people in the mines and our soldiery. We could take a few more, maybe a couple dozen.
Couple dozen?
Sure.
Good
That's
to
But
know.
I'll
probably the
mention it
most.
to the speaker when we're down there.
I'm
Please.
sure some people would love to take you up on that offer.
Yeah, they're quite pressed for
Which,
spice and resources.
speaking of all that, we actually did have a reason to stop by.
Okay.
Oh, I keep screwing up his name.
So
To,
it's
like,
oh,
Guild Wars name.
Trovis.
Trovis.
Speaker Trovis did not survive.
Oh.
Reprimanding the Durgar.
Reprimanding them.
Yeah, we had some words.
I see.
Reprimanded them with fire and
It was stuff like
swords.
blight
Magic
and
and
Fireball and
Yeah.
We went to go
But-
attack their fortress and kill their king.
the cleric in Bryn Shander needs a gem to be able to cast a spell to help him.
We need a diamond.
Big diamond.
How
Worth
big?
about 300 gold, about
300?
300 gold. It is to save a life. I feel like, and I don't mean to throw our name or weight around, especially after the guards, but I feel perhaps after what we have done with the Chardlin dragon and what we've done around, maybe we can cut some kind of deal.
I do have one, but it's a bit bigger than that. By estimate, I'd say it's probably worth about 3 times that.
Oh wow.
I'd be willing to let it go for cheaper, of course. I think normally, in an ideal market, it would probably go for between 9 and 1,000, depending on who the buyer was. It's a large, flawless thing about the size of a baby's fist. How much do you have on you? Can you do
Let me look.
15.
15 gold?
Nobody pays us in money.
Nobody really pays us.
Wait.
We don't.
The 15, I have 243 gold.
How did you
I-
manage that?
Where did you get the money? Since when do we have any cash?
We don't get paid in money.
We don't get paid. We just kind of zip
What-
around and
I got some from the dragon. We
I was about to say, what happened to all the money you took from
the dragon?
You did take a ton of gold from the dragon.
Yeah, like I have 800 gold.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well, and we got 2,000 gold.
I know why. It's because I wrote it down in one of my notebooks that I don't have on me, and I didn't put on my.
'Cause I don't have
D&D
the
Beyond
party
like a
loot.
big dum dum.
I don't have our party loot. That's what Vistra's has personally from like every time he's like shared stuff up.
Who is the party?
We have
loot?
never shared stuff up.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah, we
Hayden
have.
did a lot of
Stated.
times put it in the chat. Yeah,
I
in our
always
Zoom
put it in the
chat.
chat. I usually put it in the chat, but I don't have that notebook on me.
And apparently we sold the cauldron for 500 gold.
Oh, we sold it for like 2 grand. We've made a ton of money off things. But yeah,
Yeah.
I have almost 800 copper, just under 700.
You say 800
600
copper?
silver, and then 805 gold.
How do you have
How'd
eight?
you have that much
wait, hold
copper?
on. Yeah. How are you transporting 800 copper? That's like 200 pounds.
Oh no, that's just what I have written down. Yeah, that's just what I have written down in my loot sheet.
Well,
So you should all have a good chunk of money.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
I have some from the
Allie's got
dragon.
15 gold.
I don't.
Vistra
I know.
has 243 gold, 247 silver.
I believe you. I just didn't transfer it to my D&D Beyond, and I don't have that. Actually, I might have that notebook in one of my bags. Hold on.
I mean,
Okay.
you know, I've made a good couple hundred gold doing performances and stuff as well. So it's
Yeah,
not
I started
just-
out with nothing.
You haven't made a
so
couple
this is
hundred
all-
gold doing performances.
Oh no, I've only made about.
You've made about 50 gold, maybe.
I found
Yeah.
the notebook now. Just
Because
gotta
there's
find-
no way people are going to give you
Yeah.
like $100 each for a performance.
Yeah, that's right. I was thinking.
Allie's been quite
the-
carefully avoiding
Yeah.
paying for anything because she has no money.
Yeah, no, we've this is like Vistra had nothing at the start of this game, pretty much. That's all I have from what like Hayden's told us as splitting up. Like that, I haven't. Vistra
don't-
might have
you
taken
have-
extra from the dragon.
You have 221 gold pieces from the hold of the ship. You have a indigo fabric. You have 3 pieces of quartz. You have a single aquamarine cracked down the center. You have a scrimshaw figure of an archer etched with a magical script. You have a black pearl, a peridot carved in the shape of a leaf, a drift globe, a quiver that appears to be pretty neat. You have 7 garnets, a ceremonial bronze bowl inlaid with carnelians. Like, I don't know who wrote this stuff down, but it's there.
I swear I wrote it down.
All right, let me go back. Oops, sorry.
I'm looking. I found my notebook that it usually is in, so I'm just like.
Okay, there's the pirate ship game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and,
I
and-
have. Oh
And
Lord,
like I
put-
keep the party loot for Shards of Nirn,
Yeah.
but I haven't had a party loot.
Yeah, you
for-
noped out of that when we went to this one. I thought that it was Lysithian or Vistra that was keeping.
Yeah,
I wrote
it
some
usually
stuff
is
down
me.
for. I have found this stuff from the dragon, from the ship. I have those exact notes, and then I have what we have divided up as well, and then I also have medical kits. Shit, I forgot I have 3 medical kits from that ship. Good job, Vistra.
You say, how many copper coins did you say you had, Mike?
785 apparently. I mean, yeah, that's just what I have written down.
So just a quick reminder, that is...
They weigh a lot.
Fucking notes for it.
So that is...
Heavy.
Yeah.
That is... Oh, you know what? That's only 7 pounds worth of copper.
It's probably still a huge ass bag on the sled.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's...
It's like a backpack full.
So if that's how much pennies weigh. And so 1,000 pennies is 3 kilograms. So
that needs to get exchanged.
Yeah, that needs to go get in some penny stocks. Get some stonks.
Some stonks.
That's all I can find for what I wrote down was the dragon stuff from the pirate
Yeah.
ship. I think Hayden, I remember doing a lot of the math, telling us what we did, and every time I did, I just added it to my sheet.
Yeah, I had
Yeah,
it
that's
written
what I
down in the
always
chat.
did.
For some reason I can't find it in like my like little like
Well,
flip
I
book
know that
here,
you
but
didn't
I can't
unload
fucking-
any of your... You didn't go and sell, like, these bowls and things to people. Like, you couldn't find anywhere to unload this money because no one really had it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going to assume that you have the gems as trade goods.
Okay.
Cool.
I mean, Callie will happily take that peridot in the shape of a leaf.
I mean, that makes the most sense, I think.
I know. I remember I took the black pearl because I put it in my notes on here,
Yeah, because you
like
just
on
want...
D&D Beyond. I took it for magic use.
So let me
I
just
have
pull...
600 gold worth of garnets.
I have a pebble-sized tourmaline.
Yeah, I don't think I took any gold when we were on the ship with the dragon. I was just going for
No.
that shitty fucking
Yeah. I
fake
grabbed.
wand.
Oh, I
didn't
think I
take
grabbed
any
an
money.
extra. I grabbed an extra 72 gold from the chest in the captain's quarters when none of y'all were with me. So
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I was just
you
going
took
for
it and
I
didn't
didn't
say
take any
anything.
money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So with that, I have no idea how much gold
Things
you
got
have.
a little complex after that.
Y'all,
you know,
y'all
with
go
the
do your
dragon.
accounting because I don't have time to do that for you. But you would have the items, for example, the aquamarine, the quartz, the griffin with the gold inlay, the black pearl has already been spoken for, and you would have the 3-foot diameter ceremonial bronze bowl. Did you grab that, or did you leave it?
I think we took
left
it.
that. Did we?
No,
grab it?
no. I remember we took it because I remember writing it down. I can't find the note, but I do remember writing it down.
And Mike, you said you have the 7 garnets, right?
Yeah, I have a bunch of garnets.
Yeah, you should have 7.
Yes, I do.
And there was also a suit of mithril armor, which I think you did sell or trade.
Did we?
Or is it still in your bag?
I think it's still in bag. 'cause
I think
we
it's still
thought
in my
you would-
bag.
We thought you could use it, Hayden, but then I think we figured
Yeah,
out
it
you
turned out not.
couldn't.
Yeah, I couldn't use it.
Yeah, and Vistra would have. We figured out that it's less than my unarmored defense, so Vistra
And
wasn't gonna
Callie
wear
can't
it.
use it because it's metal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Kat
Did
was
we
the only
sell
one
it?
who could.
I don't
Someone
remember.
go back and
so
watch all the
long.
episodes and tell us.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone tell
Yeah,
us in
you
chat
did
because I
job.
don't fucking remember.
Yeah.
Yes, it's tax season, guys. Don't forget to do your taxes.
Death and taxes.
Okay.
Well, death was last game. Taxes is
Yeah.
this game.
All right. So enough of this exciting tax talk. So
Or
What do you
audit,
have?
yes.
So do you have anything that you could trade?
Well, and I'll start
me.
digging through my bag. I'm pretty broke money-wise, but I'll pull out the aquamarine, and I'll put that on the table, dig through
I
I've
have
got-
this magic bag that you can pull out an animal, like, randomly 3 times a day if you want.
Can you
Why
eat them?
do you... I mean,
No.
you did hack one to death in a store, but that's...
Yeah, but
story for
it
another
disappeared in a cloud of poof.
time. Yes,
Well,
as it is known
I-
to do.
I have about 600 gold worth of garnets. I have 6 of them.
Okay. That'll.
Hey.
So let me see this aquamarine real quick. And he'll
No, I'll pass it to him.
take a look at it. He'll hold it up to the light and peer into it. Okay, so this is pretty good. Was this one the one you got from the ship?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me just see, because then that's where it has its value. Aquamarine. I see the 7 garnets here. I see statue of a griffin, black pearl.
Was the aquamarine from the mind flayer mine stuff?
Yeah, was it...
So I think it was from
yeah.
Tourmaline then. So one
Yeah.
sec. Then
Because, yeah, we got the little, tiny little pebble stuff.
oh, that's right. You got like the little aquamarine from inside of the
Cavern
mining.
thing. Yeah.
but you got an okay one, I think.
Yeah.
Oh no,
we all
it was a tourmaline, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, not an aquamarine. It was a tourmaline.
Oh yeah, it was a tourmaline. Yes.
Was it? How big was it?
Let me see if I find a note.
Was it acorn size or pebble sized?
I think we all got different sized ones.
Yeah, I think most of you got
Depending
pebble sized
on-
ones.
I think the pebble sized.
I
Okay.
think Vistra did well, but I'm trying to find which episode what that was.
That was a while ago. Okay.
Yeah, it was.
All right. I can. Well, I can absolutely take these. These will just about cover it. The garnets and the tourmaline's nice. With this, the value or coin worth about 150. I hear that you're rattling around a lot out there in your sleigh. Do you got a bunch of spare coins?
Yeah, I have a whole bunch of copper that I need to unload.
You know, bring it in. Copper spends and it melts down pretty well.
So 150... 100 gold would be 1,000 copper, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would just dump like all the 100 places of your copper.
Yeah. Alright, well... I've got 785 copper.
I mean, I'll count
Allie's
them.
gonna start going wide-eyed in the corner, like,
I pick up everything I see. I like money.
That's very fair.
If we're on an adventure and I see money, I pick it up. As long as it doesn't belong to somebody, I take it. If it belongs to somebody, I don't take it. That's stealing and that's wrong.
Depends on the situation. But
That's fair.
I have 4 gold. That's about it. 40. I'm
15.
All right.
last
well,
time we shopped, I bought spell components. So.
I'll take 750 of the copper, and beyond that,
How short are we right now?
about 140.
I can toss it. In.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good. Go ahead and do that, and then this is yours, and or then it's yours. Just let me go get it, okay?
Sure.
He'll head off into the one of the back rooms, and you'll hear the sound of a hatch opening. About 5 minutes pass, and a couple minutes later, he'll come back up, and wrapped in an oily cloth that looks like it's almost like the gears of a clock or something, right? Who would wrap a diamond in this? Well, apparently he would. Unwrapping it, you'll see that in fact there is a diamond about the size of an unshelled walnut. Flawless and beautiful. Here we go. Maybe not a baby's hand, but you get my idea. These are pretty rare around here, so be careful.
Sure. I'll take it and I'll put it in my inventory. How much was it worth? Just so I can...
It was worth 900.
Cool.
Cool. The spell requires 500, just so you know, out of character.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, well...
You all headed down tonight, or do you need a place to crash?
The Bryn Shander is about another 4 hours away. What time is it, Kelly?
Right now? It's about 8 o'clock at night.
We should probably avoid traveling in the dark.
Yeah,
maybe we
I'd,
should
I'd
take a
say, I'd
rest.
say let's probably take a rest tonight.
Know if the inn has any space?
No, but we do. The inn might, but you could always just set up bunk here and save your money.
That would be good. I don't have much.
Yeah, I think here sounds good to me.
Sounds
I
good.
might go see if
Generosity.
the inn has a nice suite, and then I'm gonna just play a bunch of music for it. Oh, I can't play any music right now.
You could
I don't
always
have
sing.
a violin. I could sing. After all,
Sing and thump on
I
the
do
table.
like private rooms anyways. So
That's fair.
I could be a backup vocalizer. You want to hear me beatbox?
you know, If you do, if you beatbox a song for me, I'll buy you a drink.
What's a beatbox?
I believe it is something along the lines of boots and cats and boots and cats and boots and cats. Something along
Exactly like that.
Yeah, that's accurate, actually.
Well, you're welcome to stay here. You can try your hand at the inn. I have no idea if they have space.
I'm good to bunk here, to be honest.
No, here sounds fine to me, honestly.
Good.
I'm gonna go spend some time at the inn anyways, so if not, I'll
Why?
be back. It's a good place to make money.
I didn't realize that was your profession.
Well, I mean, I can sing.
Then you want to go to the tavern. The only type of singing you're gonna do at the inn is, never mind.
I mean, as long as it's a girl, I don't really mind.
Well, most of the women in town are married, so I'd prefer you not stir that pot.
I wouldn't dream of it.
All right. Well, if you change your mind, just knock on the side door. That's where we'll be.
Sounds good.
Okay. With that, he'll set you up for the night. Kat, you said you're gonna head to the Blue Clam and try to do some work.
Yeah.
Okay. What are you gonna try to do?
I'm just doing some singing.
Okay. Sounds good.
Performance roll?
So go ahead and make me a performance roll. Now, the fishers of Tourmaline typically finish their days off in the Blue Clam, seated on long benches near one of the long hearths to warm their feet while they fill bellies with spiced chowder. The smell of roasting and just brilliantly seared knucklehead trout is at once enticing and sickening. For the amount of trout you've had in the last 2 years, you're starting to hate the look of it, the smell of it, the feel of it, and even just the thought of this damn fish. As you head inside, you'll see beautiful works of scrimshaw hung on the walls around you. Now, some of the trappers in Lonelywood, came down a little while ago, so you'll actually be able to smell a different type of meat tonight. It smells a little gamey, a little bit older, but it smells like roasting hare and a little bit of moose, actually.
Oh, she's gonna get some moose.
Okay.
I got a 27 on my performance roll.
Okay. So your chowder's going to be free.
Yay.
So, let's see.
Making like 3 gold tonight.
We will see. Think you're assuming that people have a lot more money than they do. Remember that a gold's like a couple $100.
Yeah, that's fair.
So let's find out how much money these people have. Actually, it's better than I thought. That'll be 2 of these bad boys. Okay. Okay. So you're gonna make. You're actually gonna make 3 gold and 2 silvers,
Nice.
as well as a smattering of coppers that you're gonna probably spend on a drink immediately.
Yeah.
So
That
don't
sounds
even
good.
don't even bother to write the coppers down. The chowder is going to be nice and filling. And if you want to order a haunch of moose, a steak of it will cost you. If it's the moose, it's going to cost you 5 silvers for a steak of it. The hare, getting a leg of hare, is going to cost you 3 silvers.
I'll stick with the moose, I think.
Okay. All right, so that'll take you down a little bit, but you'll have a pretty solid time. You'll sing, and you'll even hear some rumors kicking around here.
Ooh, what kind of rumors do I hear?
Well, you're gonna hear. Let's see. You're gonna hear that recently, the trappers from Lonelywood that brought down that moose haunch. Well, they're lucky to have done so because there's a white moose on the loose in the Lonelywood. It's a dread white moose, smarter than the average moose, deadlier, and has actually manage to, well, cripple a couple of loggers and hunters. It attacks them on sight, and even some of their best hunters can't catch it, find hide nor hair of it. It finds them like a ghost. It's this a massive albino beast. Besides that, you'll hear that before... Well, actually, let's see if they actually heard about what happened to Dugan's Hole. They have. They've heard that Dugan's Hole has been overrun by winter wolves. Something that you can attest to, actually. But since the town was leveled, the wolves are picking across the remains, and that it's probably best to stay away from there. And then finally, the last rumor that you'll hear is... Let's go to the advanced rumors. You will hear... There's an old man, grizzled and wearing his beard along his chin, down to the front of his shirt to keep his neck warm. His lip is scarred and stained from spit juice as he squirts a bit of tobacco into a receptacle. You looking for a story? I can give you a story.
Always looking for a good story.
I keep telling everyone, the everlasting rhyme isn't the Frostmaiden's doing. It's actually the Arcane Brotherhood, plotting another takeover of the Tin Towns. Wizard who was burned a while ago in East Haven. He admitted to being one of them. He said there were other wizards like him lurking among us. I think Baelish Gant, he's behind it, no doubt. Scoundrel, he's locked away up in Revel's End. Doesn't make him any less dangerous. He's planning something. And my thought is that he's trapped behind bars. And that's where he wants to be. Nice and safe, where he can puppet master everything. Someone should go and find out what he knows. Even if they gotta put the screws to him.
Oh, that's good to know. Callie,
Yeah.
so whereabout is Revel's End?
Make me a history roll.
Coming up. 12.
12? It's up by the Sea of Moving Ice in the north.
Oh, okay. So actually near where we're going.
It's nearer to where you are than where you're headed. So, basically, it's probably about 15 hours north of the Black Cabin.
Okay.
But it's it is in the direction of where Valen seems to think the Frostmaiden is.
Okay, good to know. And so that's all I hear tonight?
That's all you hear, yeah.
Perfect. Okay. And then, is there room at the inn?
There is. It'll cost you those other 2 gold that you earned.
That's fair.
Space is pretty much at a premium, but at least you didn't lose anything out of your own stash tonight. As you head inside, the woman who's working there, a willowy teenager, actually more than a woman, named Marta, is going to open the door for you as you knock and peer out as the door is buffeted in against her. Hello?
Good evening.
Coming to stay or coming back for the night?
Coming to stay.
Sure, we've still got another room. Come on in. And she'll open the door for you. Inside, the place looks a mess, and as you look at her, you see that she is, of course, a willowy teenager. A dusting of acne across her cheek, as well as it looks like some pockmarks from growing up, probably not the most nutritious upbringing. As you head inside, you can hear dogs barking in the stables nearby, and on her apron, you can see that there's looks like a couple of spills from cleaning and things like that, but you also get just the barest hint that there's a bit of vomit on her apron. She smells like someone who's been taking care of someone.
Yeah, you're having a rough day.
Oh, every day's rough, but they can't all be bad. My paw's sick. But it's fine. Like I said, we've got one room in the basement. It's the last one. It's kind of a big one. But unfortunately our prices are a little high right now. It's 2 gold for the evening for you and any companion you have.
That's no problem.
Great. Sounds good. Let me just get you signed into the guest book, and she'll head behind the bar, head behind the counter, pull out the guest book, and direct you to it. Let me just get your key. Sign in there, please, and I'll be with you in just a moment. I'll take you down.
Perfect.
She goes and starts looking around for where your key is. As she turns around, the pegboard doesn't seem to have it on it. Oh, oh, that's right. I was scrubbing the tarnish off. Just one moment. I was trying to make sure they were nice and clean for people. And she'll head over to a basin of soapy water and finish the work. And as she does, you hear that she begins intoning something. Make me a perception roll.
That's going to be 18.
Ahead of the winter's wind she came, a lovely woman with no name, draped in a fur-lined cloak of red. To the icy lake she fled. The wind pursued her all the same. As sure as night, she's dead. Done. Sorry about that. I was trying to clean them up. Here you are. So it's just downstairs.
You mentioned that your father is sick.
Yeah.
I know the odd thing about medicine. Would you like me to take a look?
Sure. I guess it's not too late. He's Sure. Just come with me. And she'll take you through one of the side doors into a common area where a man who, balding, with lines to his face, gaunt and pale, most of the muscle seems to have gone a bit slack on his exposed skin beneath the blanket. His arms crossed across his chest as he lays in bed, obviously bedridden, and smells like he probably is due for another sponge bath or rag cleaning. Is kind of feverish and not paying attention. He has the look of a man who's worked most of his life. Father? He had a bit I gave him a bit to drink so he'd sleep tonight. He hasn't been able to really doze recently. Please. You can go ahead and make me a medicine roll, Mike.
I will. I will do that thing.
You will do that thing. Do the thing.
I got a nat 20.
Did you?
Yes!
Okay. He appears...
23.
Let me see. Okay, so he's bedridden. You know, I love it when they say he's bedridden, and then it's like, you know, the PCs might be able to help him, but they don't say what he has. So,
Wow.
So let's just
That's
pull out
helpful.
the old DMG, and let's look up. It's probably not mummy rot. It's definitely mummy rot. It's always mummy rot. You notice that? Disease 256. I don't know where he found a mummy. He's a fisherman, but hey.
Hey, I mean, the fishermen find weird things.
Wow, they don't give you very many diseases at all. I'm gonna say that he's got a version of sewer plague. Basically, it comes from it can be anything, but anything that deals with any type of fecal matter. It's basically E. coli.
Oh, okay.
So he has a prolonged infection brought about by exposure to probably some type of offal. Cleaning fish guts and fish shit off of things and doing any type of farm work at all is a good way to catch this. So once this manifests, fatigue, cramps, it exhausts you to death eventually. However, there is... you just so happen to have on you... do you have a healer's kit?
Yep.
Yep, you happen to have some willow bark and also a little bit of another couple of compounds that actually help with this. One's a fever reducer. Actually, willow bark is a fever reducer in real life. So, as well as an analgesic. Or actually not an analgesic. Wait, I'll get down there. Yeah, you have a couple of things on you that'll actually probably help him.
Okay. I'll take a bit of time and get that sorted out.
Okay. Sounds good. Yeah, you will be able to do so. She'll be very pleased as her father's fever seems to almost go down within minutes of that. And it would actually too, because willow bark is aspirin.
Fair enough.
Right?
Would a cure wounds help with this at all too?
No, it'd be restoration or cure disease.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. Yeah, so you will easily work on him. And once again, as you're doing that, she kind of busies herself around you just to keep an eye on you since she doesn't know you. But also because there's a number of things that deserve cleaning in his room. And as she does, she begins kind of humming that song under her breath again. Because it seems like a nervous habit for her.
And it's a song that I would recognize?
Not even a little bit.
No, not even a little bit?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Just going to help him and go to bed?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Sounds good. You are going to find that although the east side looks like a bunch of houses that are disconnected, they're actually a single structure that's been nailed together over the years with rooms connected underground. And I will say that the cellar down here appears like it would be very uncomfortable, but it's actually quite cozy and quite warm even without whale lamps. Just the way that things are lined with furs and the way that it is submerged underground gives this a very... Honestly, you think Callie would love this. This is a very hobbit hole kind of place. And it's very cozy, is the best way to put it. So with that, you'll all have a pretty pleasant night. Go ahead and regain all of your hit points. Get all of your spells. Except for Lysithian, actually. And as we cut back to Lysithian, you... toss and turn for the longest time. There, as you listen to everyone around you, just Vistra in the corner, snoring like a log, or Oris himself, even Callie doing just these noises throughout the night, and you can't sleep. You can't sleep. Make me a nature roll.
I know what's happening here, and I love
I know,
it.
I know you know what's
Oh
happening.
no, it's such garbage. Hold on, let me add my modifier real quick.
Sure.
It's gonna be a total of 9.
9? So you spend a good 4 or 5 hours just rolling over angrily, beating your face with the pillow, and so on before you around 3 in the morning will suddenly remember, wait a minute, you don't sleep anymore.
Oh. I will just let myself lay back and I will begin trancing.
Okay. And you will have the strangest experience. trancing for the first time at age, what, 100?
200.
You're just gonna go... You are trancing. And it is the most serene, mellow experience you think you've ever had. You waken completely refreshed. As the sunlight touches down, well, briefly through the ambient cloud cover, all of you are going to gain those temporary hit points again. So those refresh at the beginning of every day at dawn. They do not stack. You can't just wait 100 days underground and come back with like 1,000,000 hit points. So it's just the 10
This
every
is
day.
how we defeat Oral. This is how we do it, guys. We just
Yeah,
wait.
we
We just wait in our mother's basements until we're too powerful.
Yep. Until we're gods ourselves, then we're
That's-
the problem.
That's a little meta for D&D, isn't it?
just a little. It's fine.
Okay. All right. With that, you have a nice and comfortable morning. Is there anything that you wish to do before you head out down to Bryn Shander?
Not personally.
Not really.
Just going
Okay.
to pick my spells for the day.
Nice.
Not really.
Vistra's gonna quickly go by the general store and see if anyone has some sort of alcohol to like carry with her, kind of thing.
You go by, and there is... let's see. Is there a general store here? That's a great question.
I forget. I don't,
It doesn't
I don't know if
appear-
we did.
It doesn't... Well, the map doesn't tell me there's one, but
No.
you can head by the Blue Clam that morning and see if they're willing to bottle anything for you.
Sure, yeah, she'll do that.
The chef there, Vernon, who you've met a few times before, says, "Yeah, I can do that for you.
Oh, great.
You want beer?"
Yeah.
let me
yeah,
see what I've got.
Let's do the easy.
It's getting a bit old, but you know what? If it's a taste you're looking for, that'll be good. All right, let's take a look. See what I have, and he'll go back through his. How much do you need? Do you want a flagon? Do you want a gallon? What do you want?
Yeah, I'll take a flagon.
Okay, so just a small one. All right, we can do that. It's gonna be 1.6, a golden 6.
Okay.
That's quadruple price as normal.
Yeah. Things are tough, man.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, if you've got, pardon me, that'd be 1.6 silvers. 1.6 silvers. One silver 6. Look, I could cut you a deal. If you want a gallon, I could do it for 4. 4 gold hard.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Yeah. He'll give you
Yeah,
like
let's do that.
a small gallon barrel.
Yeah.
Now, right now, I've only got a red ale. It's not a bad batch. It's up from Baldur's Gate from I guess about 2.5 years ago now. The last good shipment.
Okay.
But I can do that for you if you'd like.
Sure, yeah.
All right. Show me your coin.
All right.
I'll show you the
hand it
beer.
over.
All right. All right, so go ahead and spend that, and he will give you a gallon barrel of this red ale.
Sweet. Yes. Just in case. I don't need it, but just in case.
Okay. Anybody else doing anything in town?
I'm not doing anything in town, but I'd like to take an hour to resummon my familiar.
Okay, what are you summoning them as?
I want to resummon. I want to try to summon them as the fox as intended because I am not drunk this time.
Okay. Tibbs is back. All right, so that'll cost you an item worth 100 gold, if I'm not mistaken, right? Or is that only the first time?
Let me double check that.
Do you have to cast the spell anew every time? 'Cause that's expensive.
Yes, to resummon them, I think it is.
So I believe it's a stone worth 100.
Yeah, then I cannot resummon them. Nope.
So find familiar. Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
It's
there's a-
10 gold worth of charcoal.
Okay, let me check my components pouch. 'Cause I don't know if I have it.
Charcoal, incense, and herbs. I'll let you say that you can find that stuff easily. Just take 10 gold off your sheet.
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah.
gonna convert my silver to gold.
Sounds good. I don't think that stuff is actually going. It's not a staple. I don't think that in the middle of like, you know, a pandemic or an ice storm, people are going to be like, "Oh, I better hoard the incense." You know. So that'll probably be able to be sold at normal price.
Okay, I only have 8 gold, so I'm not gonna be able to do it.
I mean, do you have anything on you? You could trade your tourmaline.
I could.
I think you should.
I'm gonna do that. I'm
Okay.
gonna trade that because I want my goddamn fox.
Okay. And then so you will do that, and you'll go and spend the hour casting, and then suddenly a fox will be sitting in front of you.
Hi,
Con.
Tips. Hi, Tips. No,
Con.
just pick him up to give scratches.
Ring a ding ding.
Cool. And
That's
then I
what
will
That's what the fox says.
ring.
Does.
What does it say?
Ring a ding ding.
I thought you were asking me something. I was like, yes. Friends.
Yes, so Tibbs is back. Back again. Tibbs is back. Tell a friend. Tibbs is back. Tibbs is back. Tibbs is back.
I do enjoy the fact that every time I hear the song "What Does the Fox Say," I can say with certainty exactly what the fox does in fact say.
Yeah, screaming on an existential level because it lives in your sister's back room.
Yeah.
It just screamed into the void. Yeah, what does Tibbs say? Tibbs says ring-a-ding-ding.
Screaming into the void, unhinging
Josh
his
have a
jaw and
fox?
screaming.
What's that?
What? I was like, what? Am I missing a joke here?
Oh, you're missing it.
Does Josh have a
So
fox?
Natasha.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm missing that
Natasha
too.
used to have a fennec fox that lived in like her second room in her apartment, and that's basically it was just dedicated. It was a dedicated bedroom for this fox that we think went slowly insane because
Yeah.
of her weird sleeping habits and like the fact that it was just like trapped in a room a lot,
Yeah.
and it was a crazy monster.
It- and for the first couple of years that we had it was when we all lived up island, and her room was through mine, and we had a glass door separating them, and it would keep me up every single night
Yay.
by scratching at the door and screaming into the void.
Yeah, fennec foxes not 100% good pets, at least in this experience. Maybe
Only
they're
if you're
better.
willing to actually put in the work and effort that they need.
Yes.
Foxes are like what they are is they're dogs that run on cat software.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They're like a dog with Linux.
Linux is stable.
Oh, good point.
It's
No,
like running
it-
on that fox is running on the same software that an Etch-a-Sketch runs on.
Accurate.
Shake it and it all comes apart.
Oh, God, just shake
No
the
idea
fox.
how
Don't shake
accurate
the
that
fox.
was. Shake
All
the
right.
fox.
Don't shake the
Frog
fox.
syndrome.
There are so many jokes. We'll save those for the break. All right. So, summoning Tibbs. Tibbs is once again alive, and his tail is so poofy. Like just the poof. I cannot even describe. The tail is so. Woof.
I just wanted poofy Arctic fox. That's
It's
all I
true.
wanted.
All right.
Can I cuddle the fox's tail, Lysithian? Will Tibbs let me?
Don't
pet his-
touch my fox!
Oh, but it's
Could I-
so puffy.
You leave my fox alone. You tell him, Tibbs. As it should be.
Yes, you can actually see that this fox takes after Lysithian. They are
Doesn't like people.
actually. So Tibbs will make. Oh, really? Oh, Jesus. Sorry, I have. So the stream just heard I googled fox sounds, and it's just a fox screaming.
So, I gotta say, I was trying to think of the name of it when we were talking about what foxes run on. They
Yeah.
run on Windows Vista.
Oh yeah, that's fair. What even was Windows Vista? It was like
The shittiest version of a step between Windows like ME and Windows 8.
Okay.
It was
Really,
so
it was
bad.
Windows 7.
It was terrible.
Okay. God, Windows 8 was the worst. Anyway, heading back down. So with that, you will hit the road. With your beer, a lot less copper, a fox, and a new song stuck in your head. It's several hours before you make your way down into Bryn Shander. From Tourmaline, it's 3 long hours by sled. And soon enough, you find yourself there, back inside of the walls of the city, and again, inside of the house of the Morning Lord. The priest is happy to see you. Michonne guides you into the back and is very happy to run this ritual for you. She takes the diamond from you, thanks you, and as she leads you over to where Trovis's body is, wrapped in linen to keep it safe, she begins to chant, speaking in Celestial, calling down the energy of a monitor, the Morning Lord. As she calls down this light, I'd like each of you, if you want to, a monitor is a name that might not seem correct to you. You can make me a religion roll, if you would like. If you wouldn't care, that would be
Okay.
fine. Also, hello.
I would absolutely care. So religion,
Yes, please.
it's going to be 19.
19, you'll absolutely know this. Okay.
Wow. Wow. Vistra has nothing to add to it, but she rolled an 18.
Yeah, it's you've had the force of the Morning Lord move inside of you. recently.
Exactly. Exactly.
All right, so
17.
17, you'll know, and is Cat rolling?
No, she's
Okay.
she's not too particularly.
Okay, so a monitor is not necessarily the Morning Lord. The Morning Lord, Southerners, use it to describe Lathander, the god of dawn and rebirth. A monitor is a much older god, and it's kind of like a... I don't want to say it's a God and Jesus type of thing, but it's definitely the title of Morning Lord was absorbed into Lathander, who's a much younger god. Kind of like domain swapping, although for a while it was assumed that Lathander was a monitor. But then a monitor came back from apparently... Oh wait, no, it wasn't it. So they thought that Lathander was a monitor, then Lathander died. And a monitor was just there. A monitor is kind of represented kind of as an older human man with a beard and kind of a bald head, I think. And then suddenly Lathander came back, and now both gods exist, even though they're kind of struggling over who has their title. It's kind of complicated, but you can see that there's a definite divide here. A monitor generally doesn't still have the title Morning Lord attached to him as much as Lathander, and the fact that she is worshipping that permutation of this god says a lot about her, and probably that you shouldn't try to argue semantics with her on who the Morning Lord is. It might be a touchy subject, but you'll gather that already. Also, hydrate. The Forgotten Realms gods are super complicated. That's why I like our homebrew. Our gods are very complicated, but also presently easier. They'll get more complicated. Okay. As that completes, yeah, that's right. So you'll catch that. So as she stands over Trovis and prays to Amater, she raises the diamond, and in a moment, you will see the edges of the diamond begin to glow as if the sunlight is gleaming through it, even indoors. Like she's holding it up to the sun. And then, the diamond will just vanish in her hand. A deep, sucking breath will come from the linen-wrapped body of the Dragonborn. He'll reach up and start clawing the linen off of his face. What? Was I dead?
Yes.
Yes.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. But you got better.
We brought you back.
Join the club now. Welcome to the dead but better club.
It's a lot to take in.
It is.
We defeat him, if just to let you know.
If it makes you feel any better, yeah, we
Got
killed
burnt
Zavarok.
to a crisp.
How did I?
Absolutely did.
Trobus looks around the room, his skin, his silver scales reflecting the light. How did I? Did I? Who did? Did you? Is the guy that killed me dead?
Yes.
They're all
Good.
dead.
Did I die like a boss or did I go down like a bitch?
No,
Like
you
a
died like a
boss.
boss.
A boss.
Callie!
Vistra, like, elbows Callie.
Callie does
hard.
miss her.
Make a dex check.
I think my dex is better than yours.
Oh, mine would be strength. Wouldn't it? It would be dex.
It would be strength versus dex probably on that.
I
I think Callie has a height advantage.
You need to
Only a
stop.
foot.
Look, you and you, and he's gonna point at Vistra and Katerina. Stay the fuck back from the front lines. All I remember is running out there because you two ran into the fray like a bunch of schoolgirls trying to ask a boy out to the dance, and I tried to go in and save you when I could have been back there picking these little shits off with a crossbow.
Right?
Nothing really to do. All I do is close
Well, you're
combat.
stupid enough that you can get up there and do some damage, but you! Look at her thighs and look at your thighs! She's built for it! You're not! Stupid!
Callie's just
point.
gonna sit in the corner and laugh.
Vistra's gonna take out her gallon of beer. Want a drink there?
I don't think that's a good idea
Nah, he looks like he needs it.
because of your bullshit. Yeah.
I just came back from the deed.
Clean slate?
Yeah, that could be true too.
That's why I suggested it, but you know, bring
Yeah.
everyone in on alcoholism.
Nice coffee, maybe?
I think we still got some coffee.
Yeah, if you don't mind, Doc, he says over to Michonne the priest, I'll take a tea or a coffee or something. I think I'm gonna stay off of that stuff for a while. You can
Oh,
say
hope for the
I'm
best.
born again.
Yeah.
Join the club.
Good for you.
Legit.
Why, did you guys die too?
Oh, I died
Recently,
yesterday.
yeah. No,
Yeah.
yesterday we both died.
Yep.
What?
Oh, we exploded.
I may or may not have exploded them
Yeah, we
Yeah, no, it's her
we got
fault.
immolated.
by accident.
Do I have to yell at her for that too?
Yes.
I mean, you're
Probably.
welcome to.
I mean, I think she's already, flagellated herself pretty thoroughly.
She did.
Yeah, it's
Look, I don't want to know what you do in your own spare time. Like, your kinks are your business, but
That's not what flagellated me.
No, I'm copying you with I was wrapping them together with the death of my sister. It's all just a mental mess up there.
It's a whole thing.
I put on enough guilt. This is a
Yeah.
facade right now. I'm dying.
Honestly,
No,
inside.
therapy is.
I'd blame what's his face's friend. Oh, did we talk to him yet?
You have
no,
not.
we haven't talked to him yet.
Where is he?
Oh yeah, let's go find him.
He's in
Oh,
his
yeah.
workshop right now, Michonne says.
Yeah, he's
Working.
Callie's
working
gonna
stuff.
head out and go find him.
Yeah, no, we should probably tell him.
As you head around the corner, you'll find Copper in his workshop,
Cat will go with her too.
going and
Oh.
clang clang clang. Hold on, let me find the tinker noises. Tink tink tink. Good enough. All right. As you head into the side, you can hear him working on something inside of this little side room. Do you just head in or knock?
Callie's gonna knock and kind of peek in. Make sure that she doesn't get blown up again.
He's tinkering with something on his desk now.
Hello.
Copper Knobber Knocker. So you're going to climb up to his attic. and he's sitting behind the counter dressed in his bunny suit. Don't forget that he has a bunny suit, folks.
Right.
He has a full body bunny suit. And he's just sitting there with one of those, like, magnifying glass eyepieces, fiddling on what looks like an elbow joint. Yeah, who is it?
So, your friend. At the
Oh, it's you!
cabin.
Definitely dead.
Wait, what?
So
Unfortunately...
you were right about 3 being better than 2.
Start from the beginning. I'd like to hear the whole thing.
So, we went to the cabin, and we found your friend's body burned to an absolute crisp. But while we were there, while we were like in the study, he was writing to us from the ethereal plane. He was writing help and things like that. And essentially, what had happened is that device that you were working on to change the weather, it had exploded him. And
then Vistra picked it up and exploded them too.
yes,
Yeah.
Vistra picked it up, essentially pointed it at Katerina and myself, and then we exploded and died as well.
Yeah, we
And
did.
then while we were dead and in the ethereal plane, we worked with your friend. Stay with me here.
Okay.
We worked with your friend to help Callie and Vistra complete it. And you were correct about needing 3 being better than 2 or something along those lines.
That's what I say with my
because-
women.
That's disgusting. You're gross. Anyways, so
It's
you
true!
So you needed the 3 circles, or the 3 circles
3
instead of
rings.
the 2. The 3 rings, thank you. And essentially that worked. And
He
then
passed on properly.
he did.
Oh, he
There's
did.
a sense
He
of
did. It
happiness.
was it was quite beautiful, actually.
His
So-
parting words were "fuck yeah" when it worked. It was lovely.
You know what? I wasn't going to believe you before that, but once you mentioned that, I'm pretty sure you're telling me the truth.
It was
Yes.
actually quite lovely.
And we fought
then
a lot of
the,
stuff because Ice Bitch was not thrilled.
No, Ice Bitch was not thrilled. And then the Morning Lord brought Katerina and myself back to life. And then Ice Bitch showed up because she was not happy because the machine then worked. And
Kind
then
of.
we kind of.
Not
and
fully.
then hopefully. And then we fought her minions and now we are here. I'm sorry for the bad news, but that is what happened. I thought I should speak plainly and not worry about feelings getting involved.
No, that's good. Cut to the quick of it. It's probably for the best. No, a deal's a deal. I've already started working on the prosthetic for your friend. It should be
Cool.
ready in about another week.
Thank you very
I
much.
think she's sticking around here. We're going to be gone, but
The device. Do you have it?
Yeah, and I'll fish it out.
probably advise against setting it off just anytime soon. It seems to attract all of Ice Bitch's minions.
Yes.
Could we rig it in a way to make it explode when thrown? I kind of want to throw it
No.
at this ice
It is a
beach.
magical device, Vistra. Do you have any idea how stupid that would be?
If I chuck it at her and then it explodes when it touches her,
No, Vistra. I'm
That
putting
would
my
be
foot down on this.
You should give
I
it.
will.
If you want to create one that does that.
yeah.
That is a whole
I'll
that's a
run
goal
in
to work
and just
towards.
like toss it in.
Oh,
her.
not this one, Vistra.
This already exploded, people. I don't need you touching it or messing with it again. Copper, do you have something to say?
I was gonna say you should give it to the speaker. Speaker Shane should get it, and then Bryn Shander can get some damned light.
Do
Okay.
you want all of like Ice Bitch's minions coming down on you guys attacking?
Yes, the concern about that is when we set it off, it pissed off the Frostmaiden,
Everything.
and everything just kind of came swarming, and I don't think that's exactly what the towns need right
We
now.
were lucky to get out of that alive.
Yeah, it's like a beacon saying, "Come here. We have this
Yeah.
device
It's a bit
that
of
we're
a
trying to
beacon.
fuck
We're gonna
you
try
with."
and kill her.
Yes, that is our plan right now, is
So
to go
this
kill her.
Ooh,
So,
ooh, can we actually take this with us? Because it might help. It might be a distraction at
That's
the right
what
moment.
I was
we could
thinking. We
yes,
need
no,
it.
but we're
Not
not
to
going
throw.
to throw it at her. You let me keep it. I'm not letting
We'll
you touch
see
this.
about that.
Vistra,
Yes.
Yeah, let Lysithian set it off.
no.
You've already gotten to set it off twice.
Exactly. And what
It's
happened
other
last
people's
time?
turn now.
The last time I set it off, you guys came back.
No, we came back because we helped you complete it.
Yeah, but when I set it off, you came back. The first time I set it off, you died. But the second time I set it off, you guys came back.
I'm not giving you a pass on this one. No, it is mine to keep, and I'm going to set it off.
It's fine.
I'm not sure what good it'll do her, but down here, that could change 5 miles worth of weather.
Yeah, we're thinking it'll hurt Ice Pitch.
We're thinking
Make her
if we
weak.
can,
So we can go stab, stab.
if we can change the weather around her once we find her.
And then if she's gone, everything goes back to normal.
At least that's what we're thinking.
Or
Oh, I hope. Since she's
Or-
the one who caused it.
Or if you die, it gets left over wherever she is, and then nobody has access to it.
That's true. What if we make a deal with you?
If you die, you'll bring it back?
No,
Yeah.
no, shut up. We leave it here with you. Because you understand it the most out of anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Giving it to the speaker, he wouldn't understand it the same that we were, right?
No,
So-
no, she probably wouldn't.
So, we leave it with you. And we go fight the Frostmaiden. When we come back, or once we fight her, if things start changing, then you set it off.
To accelerate the processes already in place.
Yes.
We'd
Does that make
advise not
sense?
setting it off otherwise, though.
Yeah. Or
Those cold walkers suck.
yeah,
Funny.
those cold walkers are awful. Or alternate idea, if it starts getting worse and you need help and things are just going to shit, set it off then to, alleviate a little bit
So,
of the problem.
Kelly,
If
do you have the blueprints?
I was gonna say, you left the comic
No.
book, the 3 rings, so don't you know how to make one?
Just
you
make-
helped them with it?
Could you help make them for the other towns too? So if they need it too.
What if everybody set it off?
I don't
That
think
would
we
be
have the
intense.
resources to do that.
Oh.
No, it's fair. But it's a good idea, though.
It would be a great idea, and I think that's probably what Macretus would have done. Finding
It
the
did
right,
seem... Go ahead, Copper.
just finding the right thing for the core is the problem.
You need
What
for the
exactly
core.
is it made of? Yeah.
Well, he will give you a description of something that the book didn't account for that. So hey, that actually sounds like a pretty good idea, since things look like it was made out of scrap metal and would probably be pretty easy to make a bunch of these. So we're gonna say that it's some rare type of coal that is hard to find. Ding.
What if we use Chardalian?
That could work, actually. If you found a big enough supply, that stuff holds on to magic like nobody's business.
Like
There's a
everywhere,
ton in
though.
East Haven.
We're finding
from
a
the
Come on,
shitload
it.
everywhere, and I have some in my bag right now.
If you leave that, I can start working with it. It'd actually be pretty great to use to make this arm with.
Okay, but the problem with it is it seems to make people go crazy, and I don't know if it's because...
It's more that Ice Bitch can use it.
Yeah, it's more
Yeah.
that Ice Bitch can use it, so that is my
Seems to
concern.
be.
However, it is an incredibly powerful material, so I'm torn on that.
Well, it's up to you.
Katerina, what do you think?
You brought this thing back to life. Well, you brought yourselves back to life, but you fixed it. You made it work, and you made Macready's basically his life's work. He thought this whole thing was going to be strong enough that it could fix all of the Dale. I didn't think it would, but it's something. You could use it here. Or you could go throw it at the bitch's face.
Well,
Go ahead,
I
Katerina.
mean metaphorically, not literally throw it at her face. I mean, if it's the last thing you do on the earth, that might be a fun idea. Go out with a bang, but it's
If we leave it with you and you want to try and improve it or make its radius bigger, would you promise not to set it off? Because if you do, you're gonna just have a world of trouble from the ice bitch. And other
Also-
towns, if they hear about this, they're gonna come fighting to fight for this miracle make things better device.
also, if if one gets made out of Chardalian, what do we think would happen with that?
You can make me an Arcana roll at disadvantage.
Can
I
I-
will gladly do that.
Yeah, can I also make an Arcana roll? Because it was like...
Yeah, you can do it with disadvantage because Chardalian's weird. And let me go look up at the
Okay.
page that talks about it.
Well, I'm
a
okay with
10?
it being disadvantage, because that's going to be 24 total, even
Holy
with
crap.
disadvantage, because I rolled a
Damn.
17 and an 18.
Okay, and Mike, that was a 10?
I got a 10.
You have no idea. You're like, I don't know.
I don't
Okay,
know.
so, Lysithian. Chardalian is cold to the touch and readily accepts magical enhancement, making an ideal substance for wands, staffs, and other magic items. Chardalian objects suffused with the magic of the upper planes is considered a consecrated object, while Chardalian suffused with magic of the lower depths is considered a profane object. Both can be identified using detect evil and good or similar objects. Chardalian actually seems like it existed before the problems about 100 years ago when the legendary Drow Dritzt came and stopped a evil demon guy. See the book The Crystal Shard. They didn't say evil demon guy, but so it's a non-magical crystalline subject, as strong as metal, although considerably easier to work with than steel. Deposits have been found across Icewind Dale. Prolonged contact with Chardalian that has become suffused with demonic magic can warp someone's mind.
Okay.
So basically, it's a magic sponge crystal. So if you put good stuff in it, it likely will stay good. But it's just given the law of averages with the 24, I'm going to say that it probably won't warp people's minds toward good if it's good, but it will warp them towards evil if it's evil.
Okay.
Just because the law of bad stuff.
So essentially, Chardalian is kind of like a magical sponge. And if it is infused with darker magic, it will warp people's minds, especially in demonic magic.
Okay.
However, if we infuse it with light magic of some kind, it will not warp anybody's mind. It won't warp it towards good or evil. It will keep things neutral. So, I don't know what kind of spells I can infuse it with. I can look through my book and see what I have to my knowledge, and I can prepare something so that the metal will stay neutral and we can work with it without it more like warping someone's mind.
I see. Well, we could try. We could also see what Mashan could do. Get a cleric doing it.
It's a good point.
Actually, anybody, after hearing Lysithian's explanation, you can make me an int roll.
Let Vistra
not
will do
one.
it. She'll laugh. Let's laugh at Vistra.
What'd you get, Mike?
Not one.
That one? You just don't care.
Hint 7.
And 7. Okay. Lysithian, you can roll this as well to have the I just heard myself say this out loud.
17.
17. And what did you get, Hayden?
With my intelligence, it's gonna be plus 4, 9, 10. It's gonna be 13.
13? Okay, so Callie, you're going to be the one that clues into this. All of the bad Chardalian issues that you've had, what have they been? The necklaces of Levistus, and Vistra having her weird twitchy bits. What was she having her weird twitchy bits about? The axe, right?
Yeah.
Where'd she get that axe? Oh yeah, the berserkers. The ones that were possessed by Oral.
Oh.
Has there been random Chardalian that's done this to you, or is it just those targeted events?
Oh.
What's up?
Well, the only bad things that have happened from Chardalian have been specifically the medallions, or like the axe Vistra got, which was from the berserkers, like used by Oral. So it's stuff that bad things had created.
So bad magic had already been infused with it, is what you're saying.
Yeah, so
So if
maybe
they
if you
got
just picked up a piece of
piles-
Chardalian, it would be fine.
What about
Probably.
like the wreckage? We probably won't want to touch anything from the like what's happening in East Haven with the bits
That
of the
got used by
dragon.
the
those are
Dugard, yeah.
evil. So you
But
don't
if
want
you
to go
just
for
found
like the
some.
wreckage. Yeah.
Sounds fine to me. Bring some to me. I'll see what I can do. Look, it's up to you whether or not you want to take the star with you. The summer star was designed to ruin that bitch's day. If you want to use it to nuke... Well, that wouldn't be a word I could use. If you want to use it to melt her ice cube island, then sure. Or if you want me to hang on to it for safekeeping, that's fine. Just make the choice. I know Macretus would have wanted it both ways. So long as it annoys her, his ghost will be happy. Or whatever he is now.
Well, in that case, why don't we bring it with us and see if we can annoy her with it?
Yeah, I'm down for annoying this bitch.
If we bring it with us, it might just lessen her magical abilities while we are there.
Mm.
Well,
That's what I'm thinking.
Let's
Well, let's
annoy
leave
the
the
life
blue-
right out of her.
Yeah. Leave the blueprints here, and
Mm-hmm.
because you can try and maybe make a new one with this Chardalian and see what you get.
sure. Do you have any?
I don't, but
I did write down that I had found just like a chunk of it.
Mhm.
And I don't remember it.
I actually have some in my loot bag as well.
Yeah, I didn't, like, we didn't feel weird when we touched it at all. It was just like a chunk.
Sure.
Yeah.
Give that to me and I'll see what I can do.
Now I'll
Yeah,
pass it off to him.
I have some Chardalian pieces.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take that off my loot thing now.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right.
Well, what do we want to do?
Let's go fuck up the Frostmaiden.
Okay, I need to go to a store first. I need a new violin.
Yeah, no, you go do that. I'm going to study my spells for the day.
All right.
go. What's the? I forget what the cleric's name is. I know you just said it, but it's a
Michonne.
word that
Michonne.
Michonne.
Or Mishan, but I was saying it's Michonne because it sounds cooler.
That's true.
Does she have a moment?
If you want to pull her aside. So, Lysithian, you can go and study your... head off and study your spells. Callie, as you're heading around, and Kat, you're leaving the premises, you're going to hear...
And there I was, in the middle of the Duragar fortress. They were all around me. Moreover, they were all around my companions. And there was nothing else I could do.
A bunch of kids there, basically. A lot of the refugee kids who had escaped there from Caer Konig, sitting around the floor. And then what did you do?
Well, I couldn't let these ladies get hurt. Or the elf. So, I did what a hero does. I stepped in, and I took a blow right here. And then right here.
Did it hurt?
Oh, you better believe it. It hurt a lot. But that's what heroes do.
And he's just gonna...
And with that, as Kat's like walking past that and hears that, she's going to like bend down near the kids and say to them, you know, if it wasn't for Trovis here, none of us would have made it back. He really is a hero.
Oh.
So brave.
Callie will chime in from across.
Alright, that's enough. That's enough. I don't need this much adoration. Save it for,
He's
save
just humble, kids.
Does that mean drunk?
No.
No,
No.
Anyway.
I'm not there.
You just, from outside, no!
Sends a message.
Alright, just
No.
like, no. Okay. So you'll be able to go and do your things. Real quick, Mike, a vial is 30 gold.
That sounds good.
All right, so you'll be able to pick one of those up. A loot's 35, so you can pick up some loot if you want to. All right, and then Vistra, back inside of the temple. You pull aside Michonne as she is going around helping the sick and beleaguered. Yes, how can I help you?
So last time we were here, well, not last time, the first time I was here, You noticed something about me, didn't you? When you touched me and you got a weird look in your eyes.
She stares
I
at you.
haven't really talked. I don't know if I've told my party the whole story. But Oral kind of called me her champion. When I was about, like, in the cold, in the blizzard, lost and on death's door kind of thing. And that's when I started getting this, like, resistance to cold. But with the one time when we went and fought her, she took it away, and I'm really nervous about going and fighting her, because I feel like she's really not going to be happy with me, and my arm that was blasted by a frost dragon is not going to be much good to me when she takes away my gift.
Your
And
arm
I
looks
just
fine
wanted
now.
to know. It's fine now, but she has the ability to turn it off.
It's not usually the way magic works. And she can take it away from you, but it's not like the wounds of the past should return.
You did, though. Have you heard of any magic or anything like that?
She is a god. Their rules are different. I think I'm not the one you should be sharing this with. I think your friends are. But I think as well that it's okay to be afraid of such a monumental task. I was an adventurer several years ago at this point. And I was afraid all the time. But he got me through this. And I hope that he'll guide you through this as well. But I hope even more than that, that you'll guide yourself through this. And that you'll remind yourself at the end of the day that being afraid is fine, but did you swear allegiance to her? Did you
No.
bend the knee? No?
Never. That's why I think she took it away. When we went and fought her the last time at a weird blazer thing.
Yeah?
It's like she's trying to remind me that she has this power over me.
Then maybe you should remind her that she has no power over you. It's your time to prove it. Mortals have a wonderful way of displeasing the gods, and I wish you the best in doing so. I hope you displease her very much.
Yeah. Goal. She took away something very dear to me, and I plan on returning the favor.
What did she take?
She could have saved my sister as she was dying from the cold, and she gifted it to me.
Well, I'm sorry to hear about your sister.
It's not fair, but I plan on avenging her
Perhaps
with
it
every last
is-
breath.
Perhaps it is the perhaps it is the Morning Lord's plan in the end, though, to allow you to survive. Because through you, I've heard you're a pretty angry person. Maybe you can be constructive with that rage.
I'm trying. These guys have definitely helped aim me that way.
Go talk to them. They deserve to hear too.
Yeah, I probably should. Thank you.
I don't want to trust you, Vistra Dankil. You could easily be a double agent. You could easily be a spy. You could easily be plotting my murder as a member of my community or the murder of your friends. But I'm going to trust you. Don't make any of us regret this.
I will fight against her
Show.
with every fiber of my being.
Deeds over words. I look forward to seeing her head on a pike. I will provide the stepladder to help you get to the top of it.
Thank you. Alright, looks like I have to go have a talk with my party.
Go in his light.
Thank you.
Alright. With that, you'll head off. Now, you go and do whatever shopping you need, and as you go and gather your things up, it's time to start talking and planning. Now, it's at that point that you go to the one place that you need to go. As promised, you head through Bryn Shander to the one place where you know you have an ally waiting for you. A quick knock on the door as you move through the rowdy, frozen and ramshackle center room of the North Look Inn. There's a voice that lets you go further up the river's fall. Old Bitey bemoans on the wall, still recovering from the shock 3 days before. Oh, where it is, I do not know. Must be over all the shore. The innkeep will shoot a look at you over his shoulder as you go and just kind of narrow his eyes. Don't worry, we'll fix you. We'll fix you fine. A few minutes later, you find yourself there, outside of the Tourmaline suite. You knock on the door, and Valen Harple opens the door. Good. I was wondering when you'd get here. Come in. We have much to talk about, she says with a smile. What you talk about, we'll find out after this break. So don't go anywhere, folks. We're going to be right back. We're back! Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Rime of the MC Hammer.
Hi.
Please, Hammer, don't hurt
Hi.
them.
Bam.
I was trying to take a nap this afternoon because I haven't been sleeping recently, probably because I don't know what I'm doing at like 9 o'clock every night, drinking a shit ton of coffee. But I was trying to take a nap earlier just so that I'd be rested for game, and I was like, whatever happened to MC Hammer? So I'm like trying to nap, like the dog's like laying across my feet, and I'm trying to like wiki like what happened to MC Hammer. He's still around. He's only in his 50s.
Really?
Wouldn't yeah, I know. Right? He was pretty young when that whole thing went down.
Things what happens when you like are sleeping and then your brain's like, what about this? And you're like, why? Where did this come from?
See,
That
Robin.
happens to me, and then I spend hours on TikTok trying to find the video again.
This is why, like, y'all send me
TikTok, I'm
TikToks. I
so
open
bad
50% of TikToks that are sent to me. That's it. It's my max. I'm like, if I get a TikTok, I'm like, I might check it later, but then I might not.
I'm addicted to TikTok now. This
We
is
look
bad,
at
guys.
cat TikToks before
A
bed.
dick talk.
The Canadian dude.
The Canadian
does,
he's so funny.
hilarious.
Here's how Canadians actually think, sort of thing. I'm just like,
Oh,
my
yeah,
God.
I love the tailgating one. That one's like
Yes.
that's me on the road. That is
It was
me
so
on the
good.
road.
Once I get the anime girl put on the side of my car, I'm gonna make it a TikTok and make hilarious.
His
TikToks about
PSA about dangerous animals in Canada was great.
it. Yes, it was.
Do it, Mike.
Yeah,
Do it.
I love TikToks. TikTok is so funny.
TikTok
I'm on
is
it
like,
all the time.
you know what I miss? I miss Vine. I just want Vine back.
Oh, Vine was so good.
Vine was
Mine
like
was great.
TikTok, but
7 seconds.
6 seconds.
Yeah, I do like I'm on my TikTok a lot.
Yeah,
I don't have a TikTok, but I am sent TikToks all the time, and then like usually like before we like disperse for the evening, like fucking we'll hang out and watch like cat TikToks for like an hour.
There's this
this,
one, like, I think East Indian chick whose husband is just so funny.
Oh, I know exactly what you're
Oh,
Oh, I
talking
thought
about.
that was her dad.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
Is
well
it?
these I don't know. It looks like her dad.
No, I think it's her husband.
So real quick in the chat, Woolbees not only says that we look amazing, but says that they played their first game of D&D this week.
Woo!
Congratulations!
You popped
Welcome
your
to the
D&D
cult.
cherry.
Oh, God.
Welcome.
That's awesome.
Had to say it like that.
Yes, I did.
There's this one British girl who does like customer service thing where it's like, oh, you're having a problem with this person? Oh, I'll patch them in. And then she just like fucking rails on like situations. It's so funny. I recently watched one where she was talking to Donald Trump, pretending to be like.
Is it the like the platinum blonde British
Yep.
accent girl?
Yep.
I watched her vaccination
So
one.
good. Oh, the vaccination
damn
one's
good.
good.
Oh,
Yeah,
she's so funny.
Talking to an anti-vaxxer. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Perhaps that you're stupid, love.
Yeah. Exactly.
Sorry, they
All
don't have a vaccine for that.
Exactly. Yeah, that was the line that killed me. They don't have a vaccine for that.
Yep, I died.
All right.
Of course, that was at like 1 a.m. when I was trying to sleep, but
Okay. So anything else we want to talk about before we head back in? I kind of want to jump back in and like give her.
No, I'm
Yeah,
ready
let's
to
let's
just
do it.
plow through.
Come back tomorrow.
Oh yes. What are we doing tomorrow? Oh yes, it's a new game called Candlekeep Mysteries.
that
And
nerd is playing some more.
that would
No, that way. That one.
That way
nerd's
and that
playing.
way for me.
Like two of us are. Hayden's playing tomorrow too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those
Yeah.
nerds.
Those nerds. Oh damn.
Those
That's true.
nerds up. There we go.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. It's the new book from Wizards of the Coast, and it is an anthology series. So we've actually got different casts for every episode, so you can jump in anytime. So if you're not free on the first night, but you want to come in the second, it's really, really easy to jump in. So hopefully, and I see that James in the chat. James is going to be running for that too. We've got several different DMs who are going to be joining us. It's going to be a lot of fun and special guests from outside as well. And that's sketch. Hold on, one sec. I just got a message that said, "Am I ready for the best news I've ever heard in my life?" And I'm like, I'll check that later. Well, now I'm going to be thinking about it the whole game. Thanks, Facebook. So anyway, it's probably something about the... Oh, that reminds me. Come back on Sunday next week, or this week, the 28th,
8th.
for... Oh, God, it's already the 22nd. Shit, I have to get to
I know,
work.
man.
I got to file my taxes, and I got to do my gotta finish my fiction. It's lagging. Okay, so we are going to hop back into game in just one sec, but definitely come on the 28th because we are having a Streaming for Survivors charity benefit for WAVA, which is the Vancouver. It's a Vancouver sexualized violence helpline center. Like it's a society that helps people who have suffered that type of event, and we're doing our second event for them. Last time we raised like 1,700 Canadian, and this time we're hoping to do at least 1,000. So if you can come out, it's gonna be fantastic. You'll be seeing more info about that in the next couple days, and it would be great to have you there because it's gonna be a lot of fun. Oh, and then on Saturday I'm over on Ravnos Archon's channel, doing an episode of Mage: The Ascension set during World War II, where I'm going to have just the cutest Russian accent. It's going to be very good. All right, now I'm just gonna check my phone real quick and see if they responded, because now I'm curious. Oh, shit.
That's like
really?
so anxiety inducing too. Those kind of things where people just say something and then like go away.
That is pretty. Oh, damn. So how's everybody else doing?
Pretty good. I'm currently making my grocery list.
I'm glad.
'Cause
I'm glad.
I was working today.
Mage, I say.
editing.
Oh, indeed, Mage, I say. Vancouver by night. Mage, I say, indeed.
Mage.
Mage. I should have just played a... Okay. Cool. All right. Be right back. Game. Okay, cool. I'll tell you all later. It's pretty good news. All right, so folks, we are Kelly on another channel. Yeah, I am always happy to go over and play for other people. I am. I need to stop running games. I'm running too many games. So folks, if you wanted to hear what not to do as a DM, we should have done this during the DM Care episode. I am running games from the... Hold on. What's the fun day? Sunday fun day? Pull up my calendar. Let's see. So I started running game on the 19th, and I have a day off on the 1st. That's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 13 days of games in a row. That's fine. That's fine. It's good.
Yes.
It's good. It's good. All right.
Like vintage, man. Those are fun.
Vintage?
Vintage. Yeah, vintage. You go like 21 days without a day off and 12-hour shifts. Those are fun. Those are fun days. I love
Oh,
those
okay. I
days.
thought you were saying that like it was like vintage, like a pair of jeans. That
Oh
like, a
no,
secondhand store.
sorry. Winemaking term. Vintage is the period of harvest.
Did you know that a winemaker is known as a vinter?
No, that's a grape grower. Vintner.
No, it's a vinter.
Vinter.
Yeah,
No.
there's a guy I know named Vinter. He's a great, yeah. Ah!
Uh-huh.
How are you even going to brain? I planned in advance and I improv a lot of shit, so that's how it works. Also, I run stuff through Christine when we walk the dog, which I suggest everybody tune into to Victoria by Night on Thursday this week for our penultimate episode of this season, because I'm gonna give you a secret here. I'm just gonna fuck with them. I'm gonna wreck their shit, and it's gonna be so much fun. You guys are gonna love it. There's gonna be
Yes,
crying
do
and
rap.
screaming, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, how is this happening?" And then I'm gonna be like, "Boom!" Oh God. Yeah, it has been a fucking crazy time. So anyway, that's enough profanity out of me. Let's head back to Rime of the Frostmaiden. Take a shot. It's actually lemonade. I don't know why I'm saying that.
This is vodka. This is vodka.
It is vodka. All right. All right, folks. Any last thing that we want to talk about before we head back into break? Back from break?
Let's do it.
No, I would like to play D&D.
All right. I love you all. Let's go get you killed. All right, cool.
Okay.
I'll pass.
I like that you say that. Meanwhile, you were literally crying a week ago today when I blew you up.
Yeah.
So, big tough person. Big, who's a big toughie? It's not you. It's not you. It's not you.
Me. It's not me.
All right. So, Heading back over in 3, 2, 1. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Rime of the Frostmaiden here on Dork Tales. Now, as we last left, you had gone to the North Look in search of Valen Harpel. And inside of the Tourmaline suite, she welcomed you. A clock over the queen-sized bed ticks absently in the background as she sits in one of the old easy chairs of the room. There are a pair facing an old whale stove. The oil burning with that stench that you've become all so accustomed to that absorbs into your hair. Thank you for that. Okay. So, she says, you made it back in one piece. Oh, one moment, please. And with that, she heads over to the window here on the second floor, briefly cracks it open. A gust of snow and cold air will in, chilling what little bit of warmth the whale oil stove was giving off, and suddenly a snowy owl will fly inside and perch on her shoulder. She quickly shuts and latches the window. Good. Well, it appears that everything is in order and we can actually begin talking. So, have you done everything you need to do? Are we ready to begin discussing heading to Grimscale?
I believe so. I also have a small confession. I need to talk to you guys about. I've been partially honest, but I haven't given the full truth about something, and I feel like I may need to warn you because this might come up as we're going to go get the ice beach. So you know I'm resistant to cold.
I've
Right.
gathered.
Well, yeah, as I was there in the blizzard with my sister, the Frostmaiden may have told me that she's chosen me as her champion and gifted me this blessing. And then when we went and fought her at that weird cave of the berserkers, she kind of took that away, and that's when my arm went all weird and frost dragony again. So I'm feeling like she may not like me fighting her. So just FYI, that might be a problem.
Can
For
you
me.
really be blessed against your will?
I
Yeah,
don't
wouldn't
know.
that be more of a curse?
If so,
I
would
guess.
Remove curse work.
But my arm as well. Like, that got blasted by the white dragon. So I would essentially lose my arm, which is what I need to.
Is it fine right now?
It is now. But when she took it away at the cave, it went all weird and frostbitey, and I couldn't really use it. So I'm just letting you know that she has chosen me her champion. I don't accept it. I never said yes. I fully intend on planning to cut her fucking head off. But yeah, I've been kind of not telling you guys that, and I probably should. Because she may want to use that against us at some point.
Well, I would focus on
How much you don't like her and reject what she's given you. Because there's a chance she could probably control you through it.
Yeah, you know how easily I was charmed? I feel like that was... Yeah. Yeah, so
Well, I think what you have
I'm
to
gonna
keep in
focus.
mind
Is that she can't bring back your sister,
No.
and that she's the reason for your sister.
Yes, I know.
So keep that in mind.
Yeah.
How much you hate her.
Yeah,
And maybe that will help get rid of it.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you know. I might actually want, because I know I gave you guys the potion that Danica made, but I might actually want that cold resistant potion for myself, just in case she takes it away and I get really cold.
And buy gloves.
I don't think it'll work that way.
Yeah, I don't think it quite works that way. If she wants you frozen dead, she'll just freeze you dead. She's a fucking goddess. Minor or not.
True. But yeah, just to let you know, update. Let's we should get back to planning, but just an FYI, that's the full Vistra experience.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there
Are
is
you
another
sure
way
that's
around this.
everything?
I'm actually interested in hearing the answer too.
Is that everything? What more are you hiding, Vistra? This seems to be a running theme with you.
That's it.
I'm going to insight check her.
Okay, do it.
I don't fucking believe that. Apparently Lysithian does.
I mean, Vistra's being completely honest.
It's going to be 7, so you're off the hook, bitch.
Look. You're obviously an alcoholic. Don't let it slow you down, and I don't care. And if you betray us and sell us out to Oril, you have a strong body, and I'd be happy to use it as a shock troop after I kill you. Fair?
I mean,
This is after you would
Okay.
betray me, of course.
I'm not gonna betray you.
Then you don't have to be a walking sword sponge. What I'm saying, though...
Fair, right? It's predicated upon you betraying, which, if you're not going to do, that's never going to happen.
This is
I
just
haven't betrayed
pointless
you
for me.
guys yet.
I'm not saying you are.
But that's the thing. The knife in the back is always the most painful when you've taken plenty of time to pinpoint where it's going in. Still, I actually trust you, Vistra. I don't think that you are the type to orchestrate an evil plan. I think you follow your heart. And as far as I can tell right now, it is still not frozen.
Thanks, I guess.
You're welcome. So, we must head across. I need the Codicil and Professor Scant, both of which are on the island of Solstice. Again, just a quick reminder, this is... Valen is a early 60s, late 50s Judi Dench with an eye patch. So please just translate her sound across for me. I don't think you have to worry as much about Oril. She's a goddess, but I honestly think that any god who chooses to live among mortals is hiding from something. And anyone who is hiding from something is obviously not all-powerful. She's a minor goddess at best. Why else would she go up here to the ends of the earth?
Good point.
My thought is this. If we go to the island and reacquire my Codicil and Professor Scant, then we can enter the Ragged Glacier and find what I'm looking for. We don't even have to go after Oril at this juncture. If you wish to, you can. However, it is my thought It's my belief that there is something inside of Yithrin that may hold magic beyond our wildest dreams. Something capable of lancing that frozen boil. If you wish to fight her now or later, it doesn't matter to me. My goal remains the same. To find the Codicil, and to find Professor Scant, and then to find Yithrin. Now, it's been about a month since we first discussed Yithrin. Actually, it's been about 2 months since this first came up. Just a quick reminder, did that name come up at all? Yithrin. Something about a city?
It doesn't bring any...
It's not
Was
ringing
that
any
the-
bells, and I don't think I ever wrote it down.
Okay,
was
that sounds
that
good.
Was that the Atlantis?
It was the fake Atlantis. They made
Yeah.
their version of Atlantis. So, actually, what I can get is anybody who wants to can make me a very high DC history roll.
I'm going to put my...
I got 16.
Oh, +3. Man,
I'm going to spend my point of inspiration on this. Because I like to be smart.
Natural 20.
Did you actually?
Okay, it's
Holy shit! Really?
19 plus my history. It's gonna be 26.
6. Okay. Well, let's check the energy. Okay. So what'd you get, Callie and Kat? What'd you get?
Also, how do you spell it?
Yithrin is not going to be the part that you're going to know. You're going to get Netheril.
Okay,
Which is
I just
going
want to
to-
write it down for
So
me
it's
now.
Nether IL. Like Netherworld, but with IL at the end of it. What'd you get,
I
Kat?
got 16.
16? Okay.
12.
12. Okay, so somehow Vistra knows about this, which doesn't make any damn sense. Do you even
Dice
have
have their
history?
story.
Do you have history
I
tagged?
do.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
proficient in it. +3, man. So it's 23.
Callie's not. She cares more
technically.
about
Plus
nature.
7, bitch.
So, like I said, I need your help to find an ancient city buried beneath the ice. The city, Yithrin, is a lost fragment of the Empire of Netheril, whose wizards created many of the magic objects that we have found scattered across the world today. This place holds magic beyond our wildest dreams. We might even find something there to end this winter. I knew you'd be interested. Netheril is a name that both of you will recognize. Vistra, you will recognize it just as you got a total of 20 what?
3.
23? Okay. Netheril is an ancient society, roughly analogous to Atlantis in many ways. It was a magic civilization so powerful that it could reshape the world. They used magic to raise their cities to the sky. It was incredibly, incredibly powerful. So much so that many of the magic items that still reign supreme around the world of the Forgotten Realms are ancient relics of the past. This is very similar to literally saying, I'm looking for Atlantis. If Lysithian isn't salivating, they probably are now. As I said before, using divination magic, the Arcane Brotherhood has learned the city of Yithrin, once floating in the sky, is buried deep inside of the Ragged Glacier. The Ragged Glacier can be cracked open at a place where a waterfall once flowed down its side, but is since frozen. We have found the waterfall. All we need now is the magic to break open the glacier. This magic has already been found as well. However, I do not have access to those anymore. They were stolen from me. The codicil that I had was written and guarded by Oral's followers. It was known as the Codicil of the White and was rumored to contain a spell or ritual that could carve a passage through the Ragged Glacier, under which the lost city of Yithrin is buried. Divination magic has revealed the book is being held in a frost giant fortress on a mist-shrouded island in the Sea of Moving Ice, which I assume is where given scouting and some work that my dear Pippin here has done, she pets the owl on her shoulder, is where Oral begins her nightly rides on her rock. And then, of course, Professor Scant. Professor Scant was stolen from me. It's an orb, a family heirloom, stolen by another member of the Arcane Brotherhood named Nas Lantomir. The orb has the personality of a scholar, is named after him, Professor Scant. Its knowledge will help us once we descend into Yithrin. Nas is out there looking for the Codicil of the White. If we find Nas, we find Professor Scant. It's a twofer. Some other things that you would know about Netheril, just so you would know Lysithian for sure. So it was a vast human empire ruled by wizards, of whom mastery of the weave remains unsurpassed to this day, the weave being all magic in this world.
Yeah.
Some of what the Netherese wizards learned came from the elves. The rest came from the study of artifacts called the Nether Scrolls. The Netherese created magic that was more powerful than a wish spell, and used it to accomplish the impossible. They could shear mountains, lift entire cities to the sky. Yithrin. Well, Yithrin you're not so sure about. But as you're looking and thinking about this, she'll turn and say, well, my thought is this. To hold Yithrin aloft, the Netherese wizards would have needed a powerful magic item called a Mythalar. When Yithrin fell from the sky, through what force I'm not sure, but I think that it survived. It would have been very hardy. It likely has other properties as well, including the ability to change the weather. Think of what this could mean for Icewind Dale. To use control weather on a massive scale. Potentially with the power of a god or goddess. You might not even have to fight the Frostmaiden. Although, if you wish to, feel free. I think that our first step should be going and getting the Codicil, and returning Professor Scant to my possession. However, to do that, we need to find a way onto the island. However, as another counterpoint, you have given me a few days. In doing your little quests, I've pulled some strings, and I have located 3 potential ways to get to the island. The first is a whale. There's a whale who does ferry trips underwater, over the Sea of Moving Ice. Angajuk, or something like that. The other are the griffins that you mentioned. Although I do worry that flying would perhaps draw some attention from the rock. They are notoriously territorial and hate other flying creatures. The last would be to take a ship. There are some ships up at the top still moving around. By the prison. Revel's End. Which, of course, as I discussed before, we could also check in on Valish Gant and see if he has anything else to say for himself. He is a member of the Arcane Brotherhood, and someone else who might know a few secrets about what is going on in Icewind Dale. So, 3 options. Of course, we could always just swim. Vistra, that might be useful for you at the moment. You might actually be able to survive it.
How far is it?
A few days.
Oh.
Yeah, no.
Vistra, like,
Yeah, I
very
can't manage
dramatically
that.
rolls her eyes.
I
Alright.
could manage a couple hours.
Yeah, I can polymorph for about an hour, but
Well, if
do
you're
more than
actually...
that
Oh,
for
I
a
guess with
day.
polymorph, you could probably do it. I would think that... actually, let me double check that. Let me see how far it is by... I mean... hold on. Let me just check the math on this.
Because if we push ourselves and technically dash all the way, we'd risk exhaustion, but...
So she's going to look at this and say, It's about 50 miles off the coast.
Well, personally, I think a ship would be a good idea.
Probably the best option.
Probably the best option if we don't want to fly and attract the attention of the rock. Also, we can talk to the member of the Arcane Brotherhood on the way.
Yeah, I did hear a rumor about him actually.
Okay,
Oh.
do tell. Share your rumors.
Nothing really that hasn't already been told. Just the fact that he's part of the Arcane Brotherhood. Has to do with that wizard that was burned in East Haven.
Design. Yes, it would, of course.
Well,
So, nothing terribly
Nothing
new or
new.
exciting.
all
So,
right. I was going to say, if you're holding information about the Arcane Brotherhood, that's something to share. But if it's shit we already know, then we already
Yeah.
know it. All right.
The difference
I say we-
is
No, go ahead, Bella.
we'll have to be able to pay for the ship
How much does the charter cost?
to go to an island of a frost goddess. Probably a hefty amount.
Well, what about the whale?
Yeah, so how does the whale work exactly? If they ferry you underwater, is there some kind of spell that is cast?
Apparently, a wizard not only awakened the whale, but fitted it with a boat and a magic bubble.
That sounds fascinating, and
Was
I'm all
he
about
bored?
it.
I'm sorry?
Hey, wizards.
Was he what?
Was he very bored? Like,
think that-
did he have did he have a lot of time on his hands? Like, who gets the idea? Oh, see a
Honestly, I
whale?
think that wizards just tend to end up as hobbyists. They like to see what they can do. You know, levitate a mountain, make a whale into a taxi.
True, I guess.
Personally, I
honestly
like the
can't
whale
blame him.
taxi the most.
I think if we are trying to avoid having to pay a hefty sum, avoid the sky, I think the whale is probably the best bet, and also that sounds absolutely fascinating.
Sounds
I'd
ridiculous.
really like to understand. Well, think about what kind of magic that takes. Like, you awaken it, and then also you manage to talk it into being a taxi for people.
I'm all
and
about it,
a
but it's
water-breathing
ridiculous.
spell. That's incredible.
Alright, so what are we thinking? Whale?
I'm thinking the whale. I want to see that magic in action, but that is my personal
Eh?
opinion.
Whale,
I mean,
whale,
I'm not too
whale?
worried because if it pops while I'm in there, well,
I can
just
polymorph
change-
myself.
Polymorph.
Yeah.
You just polymorph into a whale. Well, if it pops while you're
I
in...
can't.
But you can resist being cold for a while.
Yeah, but I
I'll
can't
yeet
hold
you
my
out to the
breath
water.
very long. That's the whole
Yeah,
thing. Is
but
the
we could get
breathing.
you to the surface pretty
We
quick.
can get you to the surface and you can dwarf paddle or whatever.
Quick thing. If it did pop, Callie would be okay. The rest of you would not be able to cast polymorph.
Oh, really?
It's verbal.
Whereas
Yeah.
Callie's wild shape
There-
is a bonus action that just happens.
What were you gonna say, Lysithian?
I was gonna say, I'm like, there's a feat I want to talk to you about that will negate verbal components, and I'll talk to you later about
Please,
that.
please. When you hit level... Yeah,
9.
we'll talk.
No, I don't get anything at 9.
Yeah, it's 12.
6. It's 12. Fuck.
This game goes to...
11, I
11.
think?
Well, we'll see how you do.
Just give me a feat.
Just give you just a
Just,
free
just
feed.
give me a feet.
Just
Give me
a feat.
$50. We'll talk. All right.
Wait,
No.
that's the way we get stuff is we can bribe you? Dang.
Fuck.
No.
What if I come see you on the island?
After the vaccine, please. We'll party. We'll get some pizza. We'll watch some cartoons. It'll be great.
That sounds great. Cool.
Yes. We have a big couch
We have a big couch, and we're gonna get a bigger TV before then.
and
I'm
a big
feeling-
dog.
I
we
get
have-
shot soon.
What do
It's
we-
great.
Want to meet Charlie?
I do.
Okay.
He's a good boy.
All right.
So,
Good.
let's take the whale.
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 All right. That was the one that you get.
Well,
Good.
what are we waiting for?
And that was the one that you get.
So
All right.
do we just head out or what?
We can
I'm
leave it.
prepared.
All right. We should probably make it to Bremen and then head north from there. That's where we'll have to go to the Sea of Moving Ice.
Sounds good. Let's go.
Works
to
for
Bremen.
me.
So, pulling out a map, she'll show you where it is, which on Roll20 you can all see where it is. Basically, it's halfway between the Dark Duchess and Bremen.
So the map on Roll20 doesn't have anything on it.
Yeah, it's just like
It's
topography.
just
There's
the-
no
the
towns.
map.
There's nothing.
On the one that you're on right now? Oh, does it just...
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
Like,
So,
I know where the 10 towns are in it,
there.
but there.
Okay.
Yep. And Bremen is here. Sorry, I forgot that on the map those are GM only.
Ah.
Oh, okay.
So... And I will just go... whoosh.
Oh,
Wow.
nice. Fancy.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool.
That looks great.
Okay. And then I can go... whoosh. Sorry, I'm just turning on a bunch of crap right now.
Ooh. I am not looking forward to the rest of the year as we keep running because I'm already getting hot.
Yeah.
I have my window open and my socks off,
See, I'm cold right now, so... Okay, so there we go. And I will just go... whoosh. Sorry, folks watching. I'm just going to adjust the map one last time, and then... whoosh. There we go.
I think it's because I'm wearing a wig and you're not.
That's probably true. Okay,
My head is warm.
then let's make our way there now.
All right.
I have no reason to hold
No.
out.
Okay.
All right. And with that, you begin heading out. Okay. Okay. Cool. Gathering all of your things, you head out into the day. And off and across. Up past Targus, up past Bremen, making your way then north. Across the tundra. Are you taking your dogs to do this?
To Bremen? Yeah, probably.
Are you taking your dogs the remainder of the way?
Well, I was wondering if she had any, of
She'll have her
dogs.
kobolds with her, yes. And actually,
Or
that's probably
her
good. So,
dogs.
on the way, she'll say that if you take the dogs up to the bell, the kobolds can drive them back home.
Okay,
Fantastic.
I think that's fair.
Of course, that means that we'll have to find a way back once we get back from the island.
We can arrange that.
You can figure it out.
Well,
That's a
I like
problem.
your optimism.
That sounds like a problem for future party.
that is not the way that we do things, Bard.
That's not the best thing to do.
I mean,
In increment weather like this, Vistra would be the only one who would survive.
well,
Yeah, I
worst
don't want to
comes to
go down that
worst,
road again. I've
How
been
many
there, done
hours
that.
do you think it takes by sled to get from the Bell to Bremen?
Probably about 20.
20 hours? Well, we could always do, if we do it in very short stops, like go for several hours, shelter in Lysithian's tiny hut thing.
Yeah,
I can cast that as well.
I can cast the hut and
I turn into a freaking dire wolf.
we
I
have.
can pull a sled.
Oh, that's true. We can do that. I can always, if we can stop for the night somewhere, I can also polymorph into something and pull for an hour.
Me as well.
Yeah, so it would just take us longer, but we could do it.
Yeah, it's not doable.
All right. That works then. We'll have the kobolds drive the animals back minus one sled. Then if we need to make it back, you can polymorph into animals and run the sled while some of us ride. Good. That seems
See?
reasonable.
Problem for
I
future
can do a
party.
boat.
No,
Ooh.
there's a problem that we fixed right now, Katerina.
I can do 8 hours.
4 per
Good.
wild shape.
Good. And you'll sleep well at the end of it. The other thing
Oh,
that's
yeah.
good is that you can adjust your diet accordingly. As a dog, you'd be able to eat much less palatable food.
I have hunted and eaten in my farm before, yes.
Yes, but after a full day of pulling, you might not wish to, and just like some kibble that we bring with us. No,
Callie's nose will kind of...
no. In that
Perhaps
case.
you would prefer wet food?
I turn into a wolf. Thank you very much.
Well, we'll see. With that, you make your way up. It's actually surprisingly uneventful. Luck is in your side. As you mush across, you will find yourself at a frozen pier eventually. As you approach it, you'll see that a small domed cabin faces the bay. A bloated door, covered in ice and dormant barnacles, hangs slightly ajar on rusted hinges. It looks fairly empty here. On the edge of the water there, you see a pier with a frozen boat inside of it. Thick rime coats all of the surfaces, including those of the cabin. Do you peek your head inside?
No.
Completely covered, including the bed, which is draped with a thick blanket. As you look around, you will see that beside the bed, there is something more valuable than gold right now. Firewood. There's a small stove there. Enough to fuel a nightly fire for probably 3 days. Stored in 6 bundles. As you take a look at it, you can see immediately that the worms have eaten through it, and they're still there writhing around, but it's safe to burn, if you want it to. Looking around, you think that this place has been probably vacant for, well, decades maybe? At least years now. As you stand near the edge of the water, you see that out in the center, there's a 1-foot diameter copper bell that dangles from a 10-foot tall wooden pole attached to a short wooden pier in the center of the ice. There's a rope and a clapper hanging from beneath it. And for those of you who need to see this, I'm just going to move us into that map so you can just kind of see what I'm talking about. So, there you go. It waits out in the water for someone to head over and give it a ring. There's a large hole in the ice just before this bell. As well as several other holes that were long drilled in the ice nearby for fishing. The kobolds, the ones that are still alive, yeah, that means one of them, will turn to his zombified colleagues and
Take dogs?
yes, take the dogs. Leave one sled. They nod. Your dogs give you one kind of pouty look. and then the kobolds begin mushing them off into the cold. It's going to be a long run for them. Well, now what? Shall we summon a whale?
I guess we ring the bell.
Let's do it.
Cat's gonna go out and ring the bell.
Okay. Ding, ding, ding. It rings a few times. You see the sound waves strike the water beneath, echoing in the chill. Whales have good hearing, if I'm not mistaken. This could take a while. As you're sitting there, no, as you're standing there on the pier, you are going to... let's find out. What's everybody's passive perception again?
It is 15.
15. Okay.
18.
Okay.
11.
In the cold. Let's see. There we go. Oh, God. That's going to be a note for me, dog. Overhead, you will hear the cry of a set of large, heavily frilled birds with bald heads swirling overhead. 3 of them, actually. Vultures, giant ones, have been summoned by the sound of the bell. They circle you. And then, as you notice them, that's going to be... everybody's going to notice them circling around. They are going to begin to dive bomb. Can I get an initiative roll?
It's going to be 8.
16.
Okay. Oh, God. Okay. Anybody get above 16?
19.
And what'd you get, Callie?
3.
23? Okay. This is going to be a ridiculous fight. All right, Callie, Vulture, Vistra. Then it's going to be Cat, Lysithian, Vulture. Oh, and actually, it's going to be Lysithian. What'd you get, Lysithian?
8.
8? Okay. It's going to be Velen, Lysithian, Vulture. Because I forgot to roll for Velen. All right. They're going to begin to cry out and come down from the sky, surging down toward you with hungry bellies, bile rising in their throat as they prepare to strike. Callie, you're going to notice them coming down immediately. These vultures swirl around you, diving to strike.
I will jump, launch myself forward, and giant eagle!
Oh, God, no.
I can fly now, bitches!
All right, so Giant Eagle, go ahead and make me an attack if you're going to try to attack them as a Giant Eagle.
Fuck yes. I've got better flying, better armor class, like the whole lot.
You could also do a Giant Octopus from here. But that's not
I would
flying.
rather be a giant eagle, because then I can chase them.
That's fair. All right, so
Okay.
you're going to
I
explode
just have to
into the air.
familiarize myself real quick with this.
Okay, so Giant Eagle, you've got a
Okay,
strength
so I can
of
multi-attack. It does a beak and a talon attack.
D6 and 2d6 plus 3.
Okay, so that's a multi. So I think I'll do green for beak and purple for talons. Fuck yes. Got a nat 20 on one of those.
Oh, no. Which one?
That one was the talons. The beak.
Oh, no,
got,
that's the awful one.
The beak got a 19. to
Okay,
hit.
those are going to be 2 hits. The first one's going to be 1d6 plus 3. The next is going to be 4d6 plus 3 with your crit. What are my...
We'll just let Callie circle around and then take out all the...
Callie is
for
going
us.
to launch herself, shifting mid-launch with like an ear-splittingly large eagle scream. All right, well that's 2 5s right off the bat. So that is 23 on the talons.
Oh God.
And 7 for the beak.
Okay, flying upwards with you're going to explode into a giant eagle, and you are going to just impact the center vulture so hard you're going to see your claws are going to rip into it and spread its rib cage apart, and you are going to dive in and rip its heart out with a single fluid motion. Just
And you know that kind of little gulping toss that birds do to eat?
yeah.
Fuck yeah. I'm hungry.
Oh God. Okay, so that is vulture.
I'll drop it to land on the ground.
That is vulture 1's turn. Damn, son.
And I'm going to use my movement to fly up.
Okay.
Because I've got 80 feet of movement fly speed, so.
Sounds good. One moment, please. As you fly up. Sorry, one moment. That's good. And thanks for telling me that you guys can't see anything, Hayden. I will just fix that real quick. And no, I just want that should be off. Okay, hold on. Can you see stuff now?
Let me check.
Let me refresh.
Let me refresh.
Yeah, I'm gonna refresh.
Oh, hold
real
on.
quick.
I can
Hit
fix
the
it.
refresh.
No, it's still black for me.
Loading
Waiting
in
for
well.
it to load.
There we go. Yeah, black.
Why is it still black? Oh, it's
Yeah,
because.
it's still black.
Oh, I know why. Hold on.
Dynamic lighting or
It's
whatever.
the dynamic lighting. So hold on. There we go.
Oh,
There we go.
There we go.
All right. So not that it really matters. Okay. So, and I will just kind of remove him for a minute. So, okay. Just so you can see kind of the layout. It's not important to the fight. All right. So the second vulture is going to scream at the death of its colleague, because they worked at the same office together, and is going to try to dive bomb you, Callie. Or it's going to try. It's going to. So it has a fly speed of 60. So you flew up and over it. It's going to try to hit you from underneath.
Okay.
Okay. Do you have an armor class of 17?
No,
What is it?
13.
Okay, then you definitely have an armor class of at least 17, or at most 17. That is going to be 2 hits as it strikes you. That is going to be 2d6. Oh, are you kidding me, really? Okay, you're going to take 3 points of slashing damage. Pardon me. That was bad math. 5 points of slashing damage as it comes from underneath you and rakes you with its talons, and is going to beak you for 8 points of piercing damage, tearing into you. Vistra, you are on the ground. This is all happening about... one of the vultures is 60 feet overhead and is preparing to dive bomb from the looks of it. The other is... what was your max flight, Callie? It was 60?
80.
80? Okay, so the other one's at 80 feet. What do you do, Vistra?
Okie dokie. Huh. Huh, huh, huh. Huh, huh, huh. Can I hold a reaction to throw a javelin until it gets 30 feet? The one that looks like it's about to dive bomb, can I hold a javelin?
Is javelin only 30 feet?
30 and then, yeah, 120 feet for disadvantage.
Oh, okay. All right. Yes, you can. All right.
Okay.
Katerina.
So then yeah, she just moves, I guess, under it slightly. I don't know how this fight's looking. She's just prepping to throw a javelin when it comes near her.
All right. So, these two were beside each other, right?
What these two?
The vultures?
They are no longer beside each other at all.
No longer.
No.
Okay, cool.
One of them is up at Callie, another one is dropping to the ground dead, and one is preparing to dive bomb.
Oh, that's right. Okay. So the one that's dive bombing. One more time. How far was it away?
60 feet.
60 feet. I'm gonna shoot it with the crossbow.
Okay.
Um,
Make me an attack roll.
I will. I botched.
Sounds good. All right, let's see how bad this botch is. Okay. You are going to raise your crossbow, aim it flawlessly, and ping! The string on your crossbow is going to snap.
Damn it.
You can replace it, but it's going to take you at least 2 rounds to do so.
Ah!
Okay.
Here goes that stupid thing.
All right. Actually, I don't need this dragon anymore. Okay. And, all right. Velen is going to... I think that's outside of my reach. One sec. So, she looks up, sees what is happening up ahead. Oh, you know what? No, it's not. So that is within... she's gonna cast Magic Missile. Because...
Fuck it.
Wait, do it. Fire.
Yeah. Because, hey, auto hits are great against flying opponents.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna raise her Wand of Magic Missile, and 3 bolts of arcane energy are going to fly out. 1, 2, 3, 8 points of damage to that vulture as it roars through the air and begins descending. Not quite yet. Lysithian, you're up. It's coming down toward you.
I am going to Scorching Ray at second level.
All right, and that has a range of 60?
120 feet, actually.
Cook this bird.
I would like to cook a bird. Let's have dinner, folks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's the first
Allie's
one. That's a
already
natural fucking 20 on my Among Us dice. I have to take a picture of it because it's the little crewmate and it's really cute.
That's sus. That's sus.
Hayden, that is so
meeting.
sus.
I'm taking a picture of it and I'll put it in the group chat. Suck a dick. So the first one is a crit, so I'm gonna roll that damn blitz. Okay.
Roll that damn ledge.
Okay, so that was gonna be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 damage on the crit.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll Goblin Slayer dice. Let's fucking go. Okay, that's gonna be 16 to hit.
16 to hit is a hit. Roll me damage.
Woo! I'm using different dice for each one because fuck it, I have dice. Okay, that's gonna be 7 damage on the second one.
All right, 2 scorching rays are going to strike up. It's only 2 that are hitting, right?
No, there's 3
Okay.
rays. The first one was a crit, so that's why I rolled. so
Okay,
many
and you're
die.
rolling separate, so I'm just going to put this out here. The first 2 rays are going to hit this thing center mass. The second is going to take its head directly off.
Woo!
You still have 1 more scorching ray that you haven't designated yet.
Can I designate it to another one? Will you allow me?
I'll allow it.
Cool. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Because it
Vistra.
was going to be a 22 to hit, so
Okay, that's a
why
hit. Roll me
waste?
damage. Vistra, the other one is descending now if you want to throw a javelin at it.
I rolled
Sure.
2 1, so that's 2 damage.
2
I
damage.
would love to
Get it
throw a
slightly scorched.
javelin
It's
at
just
it.
a little crispy.
I'm
Okay.
gonna shish
Adds to the
kebab the
flavor.
bird
All
for
right.
the scorching.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. Give me an attack.
Okay.
It begins to dive bomb you after it's on fire. It's a phoenix. It's coming for you, Vistra.
That's gonna be a 26 to hit.
That is an absolute hit. Roll me damage to shish kebab. By the way, don't eat a vulture. Don't eat a vulture.
Yeah, don't do that.
Don't eat carrion birds.
Okay, that's pretty nice. That's gonna be 10 points of piercing damage.
All
as
right.
I try and shish kebab this. Bitch.
You're going to hear that really satisfying noise as your javelin finds purchase. And we are at the top of the initiative with Callie.
Excellent. I'm gonna dive on whatever is left.
It's the one that's scratching your belly, who has now noticed that both of its friends are dead and is starting to look very panicked.
All right. Screech in its face and talon and bite.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. Well, that is going to be a dirty 20 and a 17.
Oh god, those are both hits.
Okay.
Let's do this.
So it's 2d6
I want
and
fried chicken
1d6. Okay. So that is 13 on the talons and 8 on the beak.
All right. How much? 13 on the talons?
Yep.
All right. You are going to just crush this thing's throat and tear its head directly off. And with that, the fight is over as quickly as it began, as an explosion of feathers and blood strike the ice. And then something unexpected happens. As you are heading back toward the ground, you're going to see a couple of dark shapes move underneath that hole. And then suddenly, an explosion of water drenches Katerina, for sure. And drenches Lysithian. And drenches
Callie's
Vistra.
still up in the air.
You're still up in the air. Yeah, I know. The splash isn't that big. And then you're going to hear kind of like the sound of this like large fleshy sound as 3 seals leap onto the ice and start going and kind of cheering from the looks of it. It looks like these vultures were giving them shit earlier today.
I gotta retrieve my javelin from the bird.
I hate being wet. Prestidigitation.
You want to give me one of those?
Yeah, can you
I
do
got
that
you,
to
I
other
got
people?
you. Doof, doof.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Callie's gonna carry the vultures over to the hole.
All right. As you're looking around in the hole, the vulture heads down, and then suddenly, a long, spiraling horn pierces the water, with one of the vulture's heads on the tip of it, and a narwhal will breach the hole and look at you. It makes narwhal noises, which I don't know what they sound like. So,
Vaguely dolphin-y.
vaguely
I
don't.
was gonna say whaley.
Eat. Looking around, you can see that beneath the water here, there appear to be quite a few different animals. Seals, of course, as well as narwhals and dolphins. Actual dolphins down here in the cold.
Callie's gonna land and kind of waddle up to one of the seals and kind of bump noses.
It's going to... make me an animal handling roll real quick.
What is my animal handling? It's wisdom. So that is 26.
It's going to kind of... and then roll over and go... start slapping its belly. I don't have
Callie
enough
will
of...
start flapping her wings.
Hold on.
She's gonna enjoy this once she's turned.
It's just gonna take 10 minutes to cast Speak with Animals.
Okay, that sounds good. Okay, so 10 minutes pass as a couple of the seals are playing around with the eagle and splashing it, or like, and the narwhal keeps like every time
Callie will
one of...
start dancing foot to foot.
How amusing, Valen says. You have Speak with Animals on after these 10 minutes as the rest of you are getting warm and cozy, hanging around the ice. What do you do, Vistra?
Vistra's gonna walk up to the seals and say, "Hello there. How's it going?"
Fish. Do you have fish?
I don't, but I
Fish
should
is
probably
good.
get some. Oh, can I understand Callie now too, as a bird?
So, Callie, you can't understand me, but you can understand Vistra. Speaking in animal tongue. So this is going to be a fun 3-way conversation.
Do you have fish?
I don't.
Do you have food?
I have rations, but I don't know if you'd like that.
I don't like rat.
No, it's like, no. I could get fish. Have you seen a big whale around anywhere?
Yes.
Where?
Big whale. He's
Close?
coming.
Coming? Okay.
He's far away.
Yeah.
Heard the
How
bell.
far? Good, good, good. I'm glad he heard it.
He's coming.
How much longer? Do you know? How
Not long.
it takes him? If
Not
you could
long.
quantify the time.
Not long.
Not long.
Callie's gonna
Okay.
look at you and be like, animals aren't smart. They don't necessarily know time.
Animals don't understand time.
I know, but they could know like sunset, sunrise.
Not in this place, they can't.
That's true.
Remember,
There
the
isn't
sunset and
one
sunrise has gone
here.
down to a third of what it used to be now.
That's true.
Which, by the way, right now, Callie can still understand common and everything, because,
So you just can't understand the seal.
yeah. Unless they speak Orin.
They
I
do
can
not.
understand that.
They do not. Something else in the
Or
future.
giant
does that.
eagles can understand that, so.
Oh, can they really?
Yeah.
Do you gain their proficiency? Really? That's interesting.
I would think so.
I don't think you do because it's mental. I think you just gain the physical
Okay.
attributes. But that would be a neat idea for a special subclass where you gain the animals' proficiencies. As well.
Yeah.
Okay.
That would be cool.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in the future. Okay. Hunters. Avoiding hunters. It'll take him a while.
The people that hunt him?
Men. Boat.
Oh. What kind of men? What do they look like? Do they look like me? Do they look like the points to Katerina, points to Lysithian? Do they
Size
undead?
like that one. Points at Katerina with a flipper.
Are they bad men? Like, do they come from like where we came from, or do they come from like a different side of the sea?
Don't know. They are here trying to catch Angajuk.
That's unfortunate.
Maybe they want to eat him.
Or probably hunting him for his whale blubber.
So eating him?
Using him to keep warm. And eating him, yes.
Huh.
So there are other people on the sea that might be a problem, you're saying?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's good to know. Any other dangers? Like, things we should be looking out for? We're not used to being under the water as much. We like
Oh,
being
you'll be
up
safe.
above.
If you ride him, you'll be safe.
Okay.
Other people do it sometimes too. Vistra, can you make me a quick roll? Since you're hearing this, can you make me just make me an int roll? I want to see if you remember something.
Okay. I had nothing to intelligence, so this is great. Nope, she doesn't remember. She rolled a 5.
Okay, sounds good.
She's smart.
So, now what?
I guess we just wait. Is there any
For
other
what?
things that were bothering you for the whale?
Oh, he's here.
I guess you did say not long.
If a seal can smile, the seal smiles. And then we'll dive back into the water. And at that, you are going to feel the ice start to tremble. Tremble. And tremble. And then...
Callie's gonna launch into the air.
Okay.
Just so you know, guys, apparently some people are hunting Angerjack. So we might need to watch out.
A tremendous sperm whale appears in the depths. You hear echo beneath your feet. It swirls around in the open space beneath your feet, making whale song noises. You can hear little chittering responses from the dolphins echo up. The conversation goes on for a minute, but Vistra, you have speak with animals up, so you'll hear
Are you okay? In a deep, resonant, slightly echoing voice. Everything's fine. Who are these people? Oh, they want to talk to you and ride you? I think. They're not the hunters. What's that on your horn? Oh, one of the vultures. They killed him. Good to know. And then suddenly, with surprising agility, the old whale is going to turn and out of the hole, looking at you with its broad eyes. Now, up top this whale, you can see that a number of tasseled, like a harness, is in front of its broad, its, I guess not nose, but the broad front of its head. On its back is built an immense ship, strapped into it like a saddle. It looks at you, and just a quick visual description. You feel me, fam?
Fucking cool.
Right.
Awesome.
You can see why I wanted this one. It's crests the water.
Ooh.
It surfaces through the hole in the ice, expels a gush of seawater from its blowhole, which once again is going to drench you all a bit, and then settles itself up on a height that is about flush with the ice and boat. It's going to look over at you. Yes, it says to you in common. How can I help you?
Looking to go over to the island.
Which island?
The Frostmaiden's island?
The jagged one. Yes.
I was
Hayden.
gonna say, do we know specifically what it's called?
So you can just, you know enough to describe its location, basically.
Okay.
So it's the island of Solstice.
Okay. I couldn't remember exactly the name, so I'm like, I can't fucking remember. It's the episode title, you know, as you do.
That's fair.
As you do.
Cool. We're looking to go to the island of Solstice.
I know the place.
Would you be able to take us?
Yes, I would. Will take time.
That is okay.
Hop on, he says, leaning a bit against the ice.
Lysithian's just gonna try to pace themselves, but they are like almost running towards this bubble.
Cat's gonna head straight over to it as well.
All right, so stepping onto it, what you will notice first of all is that the boat is bone dry. Like the outside isn't, but the actually, pardon me, the saddle that it is attached to is still slick and wet from the icy water, but the boat atop is bone dry. You should be fine.
Callie's gonna land and shift back. Poof.
Oof.
Halfling.
Heavier. Lighter.
Hello.
Hello. Island that you're going to is the one with the big, nasty bird.
Nasty bird?
I think he's talking about the rock that she rides atop.
Oh,
Oh.
I've
then
had
yes.
some run-ins with a big, nasty bird in the sea of moving ice. Don't like him. But I'll take you. A deal's a deal.
I'm not really a bird. I can just turn into one occasionally.
I'm not really a whale.
Cool.
I was just born as one. And will die as one.
Oh, okay.
Sure.
All aboard.
Alright.
Valen will
It's gonna
step
be
on as
fun.
well. And, hold on. And suddenly it will dive, and the moment that you are bracing yourselves for a bit of ice water to flood into your lungs, you will dip beneath the waves, and suddenly you'll see a bubble will appear around the boat, full of crisp, clean air. This magical bubble clings to the side, and as you dive underneath, do you touch it? What do you do?
Vistra's
Yeah.
gonna touch it.
This is so cool.
Magic, this is weird magic.
No, I'm just,
how hard are you touching it?
just
Oh, not
very,
hard at all.
Are you poking it?
Like, kind of like the weird, like...
You went like this first. You went finger pokey.
Yeah, I did a little bit.
Your finger's gonna go through it and get really cold, and then you're gonna pull it out, and it's just gonna go and like reseal. You will hear an echoing voice kind of go through the wall, kind of distorted. It's one way.
So don't fling yourself through it.
good to know.
So
I'm
hold
going to
on.
like put my hands.
Oh, you're gonna put your hands on it? It
I'm gonna
feels
like put my
re-
hands on it. and
It
just kinda,
feels
like,
cold. It's like touching a soap bubble, but what with like the resistance of like plastic, and it's freezing cold.
Oh, that's
Lysithian immediately pulls
cool.
out just like their journal and starts like writing
a-
notes and like touching it and then writing more notes.
It's like a thin
Callie's
water.
gonna lean over your shoulder and suggest more things to write down.
It's a waterbed made of frozen water, basically, or ice water. And with that, you begin to descend toward the Isle of Solstice. Angajuk says to you, "This will take several days. In the meanwhile, enjoy the ride. Would you like the tour package?
Oh yeah! Oh yeah, I love it.
Absolutely.
There are many sights to see."
So,
Yes.
question. It's not in my printout of beasts. What CR would you say a whale is?
Oh, it's a...
Now that I've had a chance to study one.
Oh, that's true. I think...
Oh,
is it
God.
not
There's
in your
no
printouts?
stats in my list.
Okay, well, let's check. Let me check something real quick. So a dolphin would be CR... Because I know you can turn into a dolphin.
Yeah, for killer whale is challenge rating 3.
Oh, okay. So that's pretty close. So a small whale you could turn into soon. Probably a whale this size, I think is CR 4 or 5. Wait, do they have it in the book? A sperm whale? Oh, actually, no, shit. To turn into this whale, he has his own stats in case you guys decided to kill him.
Oh,
What?
who the
Well,
fuck?
Why would you want to kill him?
a sperm whale is CR 8.
Yeah, I just looked.
Yeah, but
But, hold on, let me just see. Yeah, I wouldn't want to fight this guy.
Yeah, no thanks.
His bite alone is 3d8 plus 8, and if the creature is large or smaller, they have to succeed on a DC 14 Dex or be swallowed.
Ah,
At which point they
no.
start being digested.
Flashbacks, no thanks. I'll pass.
right.
Hard pass.
Okay, and with that, Angajuk begins heading out on a really simple 3-day tour that will take you to the island of Solstice, where your real journey begins. Enjoy the ride, he says. And I think we're going to call a game here for the night.
this has been great. I got to fly. I had combat in the air. Now we're riding a giant sperm whale. This is so awesome.
Fucking excited, man.
I'm glad you went with that one because
Okay,
like
so-
what?
So we think killer whales are like CR3?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, killer whales are CR3. I just looked it up.
Okay, can we have seen some in this trip?
Yeah. Sure.
Sweet, because next level I can turn into one.
Nice.
Dude,
turns
I'm like, I'm
into a
feeling you on druid
whale.
vibes because I'm like, but turn into things though.
I can turn into creatures a CR level of my level
Holy
divided by 3 rounded
shit.
down.
Yeah.
So right now I can
But-
do CR2. Next level though it's CR3.
A killer whale has a 5d6 bite attack.
Yeah, dude. It's nasty.
Dude,
I love
whales
being a
mean
druid.
business.
Wow.
This is great.
All right. So I should have.
Whales are hardcore
I'm a-
things.
It's true.
Which
I'm a
thank you
real
so
elf.
much for all the raids. We just had Nat
Yeah.
19 and Dungeon
Oh,
Knight
did we?
raid us.
Yeah,
Oh,
Nat
wow.
19 rated.
Oh, did
Heckin'
they?
hello, my loves. Mwah, mwah,
Oh,
mwah.
thank
I
you so
love
much for
you.
being
I
here.
don't
Oh,
know
and
if
Dungeon
you're...
Knights is here. Hey, buddy.
Yeah, I saw Dungeon Knights popped in too, but I don't know if you nerds are still here in the chat. Tell me if you are. But I love you guys so much. Thank you for raiding and seeing me in blue.
I'm
but
willing to
I
love
love
you
you
too.
guys.
Show up more often.
Yeah, I know.
Let's hang out.
Mwah, Dungeon Knights give kisses. But fucking, dude, tonight was so fun, and I
Oh my
tranced. I'm a real elf now.
You're a real elf. Callie,
Yes?
if you want to make me happy, do the one thing that Tia has never done. And that's when you get into a fight, jump off something and turn into a killer whale on top of something that you're landing on.
Ha!
Fuck yes!
Because
So
technically,
heavy.
because like basically, depending on how high you jump, I might just make you just pop out of your form and lose the wild shape. But it's going to be worse than what happens to what you land on. Or it's going to be better than what happens to what you land on. I just have always wanted someone to turn into a whale midair and be like, sumo bitch!
All I think of is the scene from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy with
Yeah.
the sperm whale and the potted plant.
Oh,
You just
not
have to give
again.
me a nice situation where I can be on a tower or something and there's a group of enemies and I'm level 9.
I want you to do that to the frost bitch. Just be like, oh! The people,
well, give
give
me
them
an
the people's
opportunity at
flipper!
level
The
9.
people's flipper!
Can Vistra ride on your back and then she like jump off the
Well, you need a cowgirl hat just to be like, woo! Some Slim Pickens action up there.
I mean, I could do a giant constrictor snake on Oral. That's a CR2.
I think
yeah.
it'll be fun.
And just be like, squish, squish, bitch.
Dude, I have been like thinking, I'm like, okay, what do we know about the fucking Frostmaiden? I'm like trying to like go full
I
ham because I'm
honestly-
like,
I'm-
I can
Fuck,
turn
I
into a
can't do
giant
much.
elk.
I'm gonna be not very good for this fight. Vistra just hits things hard. That's
But,
her.
but keep hitting her
MO.
hard.
I have like I picked
It just goes
specific
down.
spells that I'm like, okay, how do we do this? Because this bitch needs to go.
She needs to die.
So, looking forward to this. The next couple games, just to let you know, are going to be there. You can do a straight shot, or you can putter around a bit. If you putter around a bit, there is some cool stuff, or certain death, depending on what I roll. So,
I'm gonna be honest. I want to adventure around a little bit just to give you an idea.
yeah.
I kind of want to adventure around a bit because I'm really, really curious about this island. But there's also a rock.
Yeah,
So on one hand, a rock, but on the other hand, a rock.
it's true. I will say, real quick, that as Angajuk is taking you around, he's going to show you a bunch of shipwrecks that have landed on the island, which could be interesting.
Cool.
So you will have options there. So, hey, that is going to be it for us tonight, though. We love you very much. Thank you for coming out. Dungeon Knights for being here. Nat 19, thank you for being here. We should do something. We should chill. Everybody who stuck around and watched us tonight, thank you so much. Be sure to come tomorrow night for Candlekeep Adventures. It's going to be great.
It's gonna be so fun.
It's going to be wonderful. We're going to run a game. It's going to be good. And it's going to be even better because we got some great people in it. So, that's going to be it from us tonight here on Rime of the Frostmaiden and Dork Tales. We will see you next time, everybody.
Bye.
Goodbye.